Attendance is taken. So while we wait for Noct to say a couple words, I'll start talking about the fight and a couple other minor details. Throughout the raid, please keep Discord as quiet as possible. We do have people that will be calling things out if they need. Under no circumstance start conversations and debates during boss polls. Obviously, we are going to be chain polling every time we wipe. So we're going to get back, we're going to reset, and we're going to go again, making minor adjustments as we go, as we need. There are parts of this fight that are not fully understood now. For instance, when is the exact time I want to use a healing cooldown? Some of them are plain and simple, some of them aren't. So until Noct tells me to shut up so she can talk, I'm going to talk real quick about the new AA I just threw out and how we're going to do this boss.
I told him to shut up. I don't get to do that often. Yeah, Wednesdays are a little weird, so I don't usually get to talk right away because I have to clock out right at 7. I work from home. So, last night was fun. Thank you guys for staying the extra 2 hours. I have been watching a couple of the team streams today, and like Pat said, there's a huge difference between heroic and normal. No cancel sendings are not set up right. Cool. We are gonna do master loot for heroic. It is 880 gear, I believe.
Higher.
885 or 80 to 90?
It's 885 to 895, I think.
Yep.
The biggest thing from last night is I know it takes a while to explain some of these bosses, but we did really good up until Gul'dan, and we still killed him. We did very good when we killed him, but you guys have to bring it down a notch with some of the arguing and high stress that you guys are putting yourselves under. We will call out the things that we need to be called out. Some things were asked. It is up to myself and people I'm having help raid lead, etc., to define what we are going to call out, what we are not going to call out, but we can't have 30 people calling 30 different things at one time. It just isn't going to work. And that's what happened a couple polls, and I apologize that last night I couldn't lead you guys as well as I normally do. I wasn't joking. I did dislocate my jaw on a Hershey bar.
Holy shit.
I'm
Can't
good
imagine
tonight.
what pet does to you.
I'm good tonight, and I can talk again, so just please keep that in mind. These are progression bosses in heroic. This is not walk in, kill heroic like we did in Emerald Nightmare. It's gonna take a little time, it's gonna take some polls, it's gonna take some figuring out. While we're doing so, instead of everyone all talking at once, if you have questions while Pet's explaining some of the things, put him in chat. He's good at reading and he's good at getting them. Just do that. Better safe than sorry. We just can't take 30 minutes before each boss and each poll, or else we'll never get anything down. Other than that, let's have fun and kill things.
Okay, I'm allowed to talk again. Woohoo! So as you can see, I kind of cleaned up the AA a little bit. So this is an AoE and a cleave style fight. We're going to go ahead and go with 3 tanks. Main tank on pull is going to be holding the boss facing Skull and X. Whenever the tank gets tethered, they're just going to bounce from Skull to X so that they can go ahead and break their tether. It's not going to be a big deal for them to do that, and that's going to enable the other 2 tanks to freely pick up the adds as they come to the center. We're not going to just go grab them. When Call of the Scorpion happens, the Scorpions are going to come out, and then they're going to run around the outside of the circle, and they're going to get positioned. We will wait for them to come to us. When they do come to us on Heroic, we will also get a Red Scorpion. The Red Scorpion, I want the main tank to pick up with a taunt and just hold it for a little while. Healers are going to have to heal the main tank just a little bit more while that's going on. The other 2 tanks pick up the blue, stack them with the melee DPS, and we're just going to blow them all up somewhere behind the boss. We don't want to be too close to the boss when we do that, but just somewhere behind it. During all that range, the healers, we're going to stay spread out as best we can. As soon as all the blue ones are dead, one of the tanks taunt the red one over, and we will kill that in the group as well. We're going to gauge how hard this hits. If it looks like it's going to be too much when we have to deal with multiples, which we might, then we'll adjust how we do that. Otherwise, we're just going to continue killing the red ones in the raid group, and we'll just use a healer cooldown to kind of mitigate that damage. The rest of the damage in this fight is completely avoidable. Just make sure that you're getting behind the shells when they drop during his shockwave ability, and we'll be fine. One thing I didn't mention right off the bat was blue Scorpions. We just want to chain stun those and AoE those things down. It'll be good for you guys to parse that way. Keep in mind that when Shockwave goes out, if you are not hiding, you will get kicked to the wall. If you get kicked to the wall, the Scorpions that are currently there will probably aggro on you, and you will drag them back to the raid. If that does happen, to the 2 tanks that are kind of waiting for something to do, we'll have to pick those up, and we'll have to deal with them again. So please, 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 please do not get hit by Shockwave. Just avoid it, hide behind the shell, and we'll be golden. We're going to hero at the 25% mark when he has his stun and his increased damage phase. And that's really it. DPS, you can save your DPS cooldowns for the 75, 50%, and 25% marks. This is when he's going to be stunned for 15 seconds, and he's going to take increased damage. So just kind of pay attention to that and judge accordingly with your DPS.
Quick question. So
Yes.
we're all stacking in the middle so that when the Scorpions that are from the outside timed to come in, they come in and get picked up by the tank? Or is the tank going to pick them up when they come through the gate?
We are not picking them up when they come through the gate. We are going to wait for the ones that will come to us to come to us. We're not going to stack, though. Melee are going to be behind the boss. Ranger are going to be kind of spread out a little bit. We don't want to be stacked into a clump, because when he targets a random player and he shoots focus blast, it's going to hit everyone in that path. So we have to dodge that. So we're going to stay a little bit spread out. When Call of the Scorpion happens, there's only going to be a select set that's going to come to us. If we pick them all up on spawn, we will deal with all of them at once. If we don't, we will only get a small group. So we will just wait for them to come to us. When they come to us, the tanks will pick them up, and we will handle them there. As long as nobody goes outside the big circle on the floor, we will not aggro anything on the outside.
Okay, so we're waiting for it to come to us. We're not going
Yes.
after them. Gotcha.
I would imagine that the 2 off tanks, you guys can probably like one hang out on the left, one hang out on the right, and pick up the Scorpions from those sides as they come in. Just waiting for Nock to finish typing something.
I'll main tank it like I did last time.
Hey Diablo, I got right.
All right.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ranged and healers spread out just a little bit.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here comes scorpions.
If I bring him to the boss?
Just bring them to the back of the boss, yes. AoE stuns and cleaves. Once they're all dead, tank taunt the red one off knock.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Make sure you're dodging
4,
that blast.
3.
Shockwave's
We
coming.
got another red one.
1.
Shockwave is incoming. Hide.
Destruction. 4, 3.
We got scorpions in the back.
1.
Try to get them a little bit closer to the boss so we can cleave onto the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Stun down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have 2 red ones up. Let's get those dead.
4, 3, 2.
We should stagger them, shouldn't we?
We should, but the explode isn't really that bad, so...
4,
Shockwave will be coming.
3, 2, 1.
Destruction.
We have a loose red scorpion back here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like my percentages are off. The first one's at 70%.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
2, 1.
Shock wave after this blast.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Destruction. 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3,
Shockwave after this blast.
1.
Destruction. 4.
Do better at line of sighting that, guys. Too many people getting knocked back. Let's try to get the clump of the scorpions closer to the boss. Thank you.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3,
4, 3, 2,
4,
1. Beware.
Shockwave soon.
1.
It's gonna be after this blast.
Destruction. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4,
4, 3.
We will hero at the next skeletal vulnerability phase.
4, 3, 2, 1.
3,
Beware.
2, 1.
Off tanks, let's try to keep the little ones closer to the boss for cleave.
4, 3, 2,
Shockwave is incoming.
1.
Destruction. 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4,
Shockwave in 3.
2, 1.
Destruction. 4, 3,
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Knock, can you pick it up? Sorry.
Yeah, I was down from grabbing the other scorpion.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
4, 3, 2,
Shockwave.
1.
Destruction.
Hero.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
I'll be right back. I need to wipe off my mouse pad. It's like really slick, like it's got oil or something on it.
Was permitted inside the corridors of the Nighthold for 10,000
Congrats on the legendaries, guys.
years.
Great first kill for the night, guys. Once you have put in for loot, if the 2 off tanks could start clearing trash to the next boss.
Pass on that relic. I just won it in bonus roll.
My lead table just disappeared.
Just 1 second.
And grade is still offset.
I haven't traded any of these things that I timed out for.
No, I mean, I'm good.
Is grade still offset?
Yeah.
Yes.
Az, are you actually using the 2-set bonus for that neck that you're wearing? Just curious.
No.
He spawns shockwaves on the ground. You need to move him out of it.
Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot I muted myself, so I would shut the hell up. No, I'm not using it, man. I've just been super unlucky with necks, and that's the best I could get hold of. That would be Biss.
No, thanks, Diablo. That was good, dude. Thanks.
I'm like lagging really hard right now.
If you need to reboot, go ahead.
All of you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
From the terrible bargain made by our queen.
Not just that, I think I was lagging through that fight. I'll be right back.
Shannard Dalaras. I have no idea how such an entity came to be, but the essence of the Nightwell is surging through it. Tendrils of power are emanating from the aberration. I believe Elisande is using this creature to maintain the time lock spell. In order to free our allies at the gate, this monstrosity must be destroyed.
Nope.
The cast shouldn't go off. It's a stunnable, and you can stun him to stop it.
He's wrecking anybody.
I'm assuming we put the ad on stun DR.
Yeah.
Anybody remember which one is the combat text?
To turn it off?
Yeah.
It's an interface display, and then maybe not. But it is an interface. Let me find it really quick.
What do you, chat bubbles you mean, or?
No.
It's in combat. It's scrolling combat text for self.
Oh, that.
That's off. I'm just... The last fight, my screen was flooded with all the...
It's DBM.
No, it's the heals that was going off.
Oh.
I see, whenever you guys do damage, I can see the heals that you guys are receiving.
So you have combat log on instead of general. You just need to change your tabs.
Combat log?
Yeah, because when I click combat log, it shows everyone's healing, it shows my actions, what happened to me.
No, he's talking about on his screen. He sees it, not in the text.
That's in interfaces.
Yeah, as I got you. Just trade with Icy when I get there.
Alright. No worries. I'll just find an add-on to suppress it later.
Are we gonna do that other set of trash too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, if you go to raid profiles, you can tick here what you want to see.
I'll do it after this pool. I got X.
What do you need? I can make it because I have the mats in my guild bank or my regent bank, so I can make it for you. You just want to give me the mats, whatever you have. Which neck one do you need?
Get out.
I'm coming back in.
I can't make it. I don't have the copper rod. Sorry. I must put that in the guild bank. Or my regent bank, whatever. My real bank.
What?
Have we checked to see if any of this stuff is CCable?
It is, and you should melee should just get out of the circle. Range should just range it. It's pretty simple.
I meant like banish or something.
It's elementals, I believe.
So yeah, I think shamans can do something.
No, they can't find them anymore. They lost that ability last extra.
Lame.
Does somebody have an extra strength flask that Fel can bum? I'll pay for it.
I just opened trade with Ninny.
So we saw this fight last night. Obviously, we saw all the fights last night. I'm sorry that some of these AAs are really big because their fights are just, there's so many mechanics. It's hard to try to fit everything in. Over time, I'll be trimming them down more and more as everyone kind of gets familiar with the fights, and we'll end up with a nice little thing for Mythic, and we'll be good. But for right now, I know there's a lot of information in the AAs. It's also to help prevent me from having to stare at my second monitor all the time and ignore your guys' little green health bars. So the stuff that we saw yesterday on this fight, obviously all of it applies, but it's all going to hit a lot harder. We were actually watching O Team work on this for, I don't know, I think it took them 45 minutes to kill it. They wiped several times to a couple of the mechanics. It's definitely not fun. So we're going to try to save our CDs. DPS, you're going to want to try to save your CDs for when we interrupt the power overwhelming portion. When we interrupt him, he takes increased damage for 30 seconds. So we want to kind of try to time your cooldowns with when we do that interrupt. The interrupt will happen after we've done the ad phases. So the big ad's going to come out, we kill that, it's going to split into little ads, we kill the little ads. At the same time, one of the tanks is going to grab the rift, and then as soon as we're done with the little ads, he'll interrupt the power overwhelming, and that's when he takes increased damage. So we'll try to time it that way.
Do we know roughly how much time that is into the pool?
It's going to Pretty quickly we're going to start getting the ads, and then he's going to do the power overwhelming. I imagine it's way before 2 minutes, so you're not going to get your cooldowns twice. Just kind of hang on to them so we can see the timing. It's also going to depend a lot on how fast we kill ads and how well we do with it. So we're going to try to line up hero for one of the later power overwhelming portions. Throughout this entire fight, we're going to have the range kind of stay spread, and obviously the melee, you guys are going to have to be moving constantly to not only keep up with the boss, but from move with the boss to the ad as we have to transition all around the room. Every time that the waning time particle spawns, and they spawn with a big like white cone at the location, tanks, you're just going to want to truck it over that direction, get the boss over there so that we can cleave the boss and the ad at the same time. The way the time shifts work is it's going to start off normal, and then it's going to go to slow, and then it's going to go to fast. You can see how much time is left by the buff or the debuff that you get, but as for right now, there's not really anything in-game tracking. And I think DBM's last update might, but just kind of pay attention and plan that then the one after normal is going to be slow, so everything's going to be slowed down, and then one after that's going to be fast. Tanks, depending on if we're normal, fast, or slow, you're going to want to adjust your taunting. You do not want to hit 10 stacks. You hit 10 stacks, you die and blow up. We wipe, so kind of keep it somewhere between 3 and 9. With the waning time particle, we're going to try to set up 4 interrupters to be the 4 that are constantly doing the interrupts. If 4 is not enough, we'll add more. It was recommended to me that we want to use probably shamans and DKs because you guys have the fastest recharging interrupts. Is that correct? Or are rogues on that list too?
Shamans are 12
They
seconds.
yeah, most of them are 15, but 12 seconds, and they have a range too.
Everyone but shamans and DKs have. I mean, shamans, DKs have ranged, and everyone is 15 apart from shaman. Talking about melee.
Yeah, we're going to put melee on the interrupts. Don't worry about it, casters. So I put it in order of Zero, Azus, Wolf, and Jariel just for right now. Try to do that order. If you need another one, Zero, when Jariel interrupts, if you're not going to make it, then let us know and we'll just have someone fill in, and I'll adjust this for next time that we do it. So once the waning time particle dies, he's going to split into the little guys, the fragmented ads. Those ones we're just going to AoE, stun, keep them interrupted, and kill them and clean them up really quickly. Remember that throughout the course of this fight, there's going to be temporal orb zones that are going to be going out. That's the purple orbs that come out from the center in 2 waves that we have to dodge by going through, like between them. So don't get hit by that, obviously. Stun, DPS, kill the ads when they're up. Make sure the big one gets interrupted. If you get the time bomb debuff, you have to run away from the raid. Don't run back or forward. I want you guys to run to the left with it, like towards the left-hand wall, away from where the raid's going to be. Because at any point in time, the tanks might have to go forward or have to go back, and the raid will follow them. So take time bombs out to the left. Healers, when those explode, they will do damage based on range. So we shouldn't need any healing cooldowns for time bombs, but if somebody makes a mistake, we might have to pop something. There's also, if you have to configure healers, if you have to configure your unit frames, the debuff called Time Release. Time Release is the debuff that we have to heal the shield off of them before it expires. Any shield remaining will explode and damage the entire raid. So if we're currently in fast phase when those go out, I might call for a cooldown, and probably Inri's or Bell's or my own, a raw healing type of cooldown, just to overcome those things exploding. too big on us at that time, and that's only during fast phase that we want to look at that.
When's the power overwhelming thing that you want me as for number 1, or is that just a list of people that are going to be doing it?
So because I don't know exactly how hard the power overwhelming is going to take. Power overwhelming, he's going to go to the center and he's going to start channeling, right? And it's a 1-minute channel. Each time power overwhelming goes off, it increases the damage of his next cast. So if the first one's not, like if it's only like maybe 10% of our life, then hold on to it and just tell us in Discord, I'm not gonna trank this one. And then just use it on the second one. And then once you start, if you do the second one, then Bell will be third, Hyper will be fourth, Rev will be fifth, and we'll kind of play it by that. I don't want to waste a cooldown if the power overwhelming is not hitting us too hard, but power overwhelming is the enrage for us. We cannot let that phase go for a full minute. Basically, once we clean up the ads, we might get a couple of seconds there where we can DPS freely on them without any ads, but then we're going to want to break it so that the healers can keep us alive.
When's the first one of that going to happen? How far into the fight you think?
Probably within the first minute to 2 minutes.
All right.
For the time bombs, particularly during the fast phase, it's not a finish your cast and then run out. It's a run out and don't finish your cast. They also go off if you die too, so be aware of that.
Can you immune them off?
Yes, I believe you can, but don't risk it. If you want to try it, run out and try to immune it off. And the only last thing about healing temporal orbs during the fast phase, just keep an eye out, Max. You and me can keep an eye out. If a lot of people get hit by the purple orbs, then we're going to want to pop a cooldown because the fast phase does increase the speed at which they move. So if a lot of people look like they're getting hit, go ahead and just pop your cooldown.
Are you talking about the orbs that come out from the outside of the room that everybody should avoid?
Yeah, the ones that they come out from the center in 2 waves, and we have to go between them. It's just on fast phase, they come really fast. So, and they're not just coming out from the center; they're also going like left and right as well. So, there's a lot of potential to get hit by that.
Yeah, that's fine. If there's enough people in the area too, I might just use Spirit Link as well.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would try blinking through those as well, since you can blink through the others. Unless somebody tried it last night and it didn't work.
Yeah, and if you have damage reduction and you know you're gonna get hit or something, just use it.
Yes, definitely don't hold on to any personal cooldowns for calls from us during these type of fights. Just use them as you see fit.
With the sideways ones, it's like a list resort, the tornadoes. So if you sidestep and just follow one until the next one passes you and you turn around and you follow that one, you'll avoid all of them. So just...
Annie, Diablo, which one are you guys taking with me?
I think it's me. He's already switched.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is a high mobility fight. This is a really high mobility fight. You have to be watching everything. It's a lot of personal responsibility. One thing I didn't mention at the beginning of the raid that I wanted to mention was if we start struggling at any point in time and any single person starts just really having a hard time on a boss, we will ask you to sit if you're causing the wipes repeatedly for us, just so we can get through this content. Or if you can't handle it, just say something, and we'll let you step out.
1.
Why defy that which devours all things?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Heads up.
Right side.
Hold the boss to the ad. We should be using movement speed cooldowns too. I forgot to mention that. So roars and whatnot whenever the ads spawn.
Beware.
That's 5.
Dodge these.
Those are the time bombs that you guys have to move out for. Can't have those go off in the raid.
So leave them in this phase. If the ads are dead, just leave them in this phase for a while. Healers, hold your cooldowns.
You ready for the smash?
Let's do one more tick. It's just free damage. Okay, go ahead and break him.
Feel like time is
Now this is slow phase.
Remember to move right away.
Time is on
Oh shit.
my side.
Beware.
Yeah, I was gonna call something, sorry. Good call on yours, Rev.
If you have a clock above your head, you know.
Beware.
Ready for a swap?
Aces has time bomb, if someone can take
Yeah.
second interrupt, please.
Beware.
4, 3,
What's up?
Dodge.
Two,
You don't have to be out until it's
one.
gonna expire. Mine's on for a minute.
Where's the ad at?
Oh, okay.
One more wave.
All the way left.
One more.
Bottle, you have a debuff on you. I can't reach you. Because someone healed. There we go. Let's get to the ad. All DPS should be on the ad. Hyper, use your CD, please, for this next pulse.
Knock, you want to stomp?
Time bombs are getting ready to go off. Be ready to move.
We need to break it. You need to interrupt him now. We're gonna die in next time.
I'm coming.
Interrupt him now. DPS, stay on the ads.
Movement Talon down.
I died as I did it.
So that orb that's right beside him, that's the rift the tanks need to pick up to interrupt the cast.
Yeah, that's because Avon had the orb.
No one else picked it up, so I just went and did it. As he said, you need to interrupt it.
I'll mass res.
Knock, do you want me to just pick up the orb?
Yeah, if you have him during the second one, you can pick it up.
Because it's not a problem for me to pick up the orb.
Yeah.
So healers, it looks like the power overwhelming is only really an issue if we're really sloppy with the ads. The first time it was really clean. Second time the ad was really sloppy, so we got behind. It looked like the bombs going off in the raid. We should probably have some CDs for that.
But that first interruption of the first power overwhelming, or that first power overwhelming, that's when you want us popping our first cooldowns in, right?
Yes. As soon as the rift is used on him and he stops power overwhelming and we start the next time phase, so the first time we'll be going into the slow phase, that's when he takes the increased damage for 30 seconds, as soon as he's interrupted.
And when are we lusting?
We're gonna lust what health was he at? What did we get him to?
51.
51. So I'm gonna say let's lust at when we transition into the fast phase stun. So we're gonna interrupt him. Time's gonna speed up. We'll pop hero on all your cooldowns.
Is it not worse if you lust during the fast phase because you already have that haste? Your haste, there is a haste cap, like a hard haste cap, and you hit it even when you're in the fast phase.
We can hold hero then for normal.
So if
or we can save it
slow.
Would it be bad to use it in slow?
Yeah, if you use it in slow, then all your cooldowns last longer, but you have faster recharge and everything, so you're putting out more damage. I think it's a pretty good idea to use it in slow, but I might be wrong. It's going to be a larger healing output. You're gonna move faster.
Was the reason we were so far behind on the ad because it was slow phase or because people didn't switch fast enough?
Slow phase, we were running
Slow
so
phase.
slow.
It takes a lot longer to kill it during the slow phase, so second pots during slow phase and whatever we can do, all cooldowns, that kind of stuff, during that slow phase to get through it.
So let's hero on the ad in slow phase.
Stole my idea.
So after the first interrupt, and that ad we go to afterwards, we're gonna hero.
We'll hero on that one, yeah. that should be it. Let us get back to the boss with some
5,
time left.
4, 3, 2, 1.
If you don't get the spell ID for that, Henry, after this poll, I'll get it for you.
Even still, I don't see a way to add a custom spell ID, but...
I don't use that add-on, so I don't know.
It shouldn't be an issue for tonight. I don't see
2,
us not killing this
1.
here without me being able to, so I'll get it figured out before next week.
I know how to do it.
So Rev, I
Quiet,
want you to everybody switch to the ad. Rev, I want you to go ahead and just save your revival for
Beware.
for when we have all the debuffs go out again. That was really, really handy.
Totem's done.
Let me know when.
No more healer cooldowns. Pop it after the next one. Go ahead and pop him. Get ready to move to the ad. And can we get speed boosts when he comes up? Too?
Aurora.
We're gonna need more than just Aurora because of the range. Revival.
Windrush is on CD.
Chicken needs a couple of heals.
Beware.
There we go.
So is that revival there to knock the debuff off?
Yes, because everyone has it. Henry, can you drink right now?
Beware.
Roteyu still has a debuff.
Beware.
Was that also to
4,
knock?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Heads up.
Hero.
I have 27 seconds on my snacks.
Just tell me when.
First bomb's expiring in 14 seconds.
Let me know when you're ready to stomp.
Go ahead and stomp it.
Precise. Perfect.
This is fast phase.
Inevitable.
I have.
Alright.
Tranking.
Get bombs out.
Yeah, you guys have to get those time bombs out. They're gonna expire really quickly.
Against you. A timely
Get knocked up.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Taunt it.
Oh boy.
Right there.
Sure, I'll get the second in a
Who else do you want up, Pet? Rev?
Yeah.
So linear.
Totem down.
I burn this ad down. Break him.
He's broke.
Time waits for no
Alright, this is normal speed. Time
Kill that
bombs.
Beware.
Just kill him.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The wheels of time
Sorry.
turn against you. My
Nice.
time.
What the hell?
All
Mass
the
res.
bombs go off.
I got mass res.
You
again.
actually, if you release, you just res right here.
So that's the time bomb and the damage it does is related to the distance you are away. That is correct.
Yes.
Relic, please, relic.
No kidding, relic.
Right.
Oh, it dropped too.
Damn, that trinket's nice.
I closed my bonus roll window. God damn it.
Ooh. Not an upgrade.
Congrats, you 3 on your bonuses.
Thanks.
Wow,
I wanted
that
to
trinket.
hand-
Why?
There you go.
So how important is it when those orbs come out from the center that that we're still DPSing, especially the first time that they come out?
That we're still DPS, you mean the boss?
Yeah, like whatever, like I've noticed the first time, and this happened last night as well, when they first came out, we took a lot of damage, but then the consecutive times after that, we didn't take nearly as much. I also realized that it's completely avoidable. Like you can literally just sidestep it. Like that's all you have to do. If you stop and pause for just a second, you can avoid all of it. So that's why I was asking, is it critical that we're like simultaneously like DPSing and sidestepping, or could we literally just pause for a second, everybody sidestep it, and then it's completely avoidable?
Just dodge mechanic and then go back to doing your job. Because on
So I
Mythic, that's
think-
going to do a crap
This
ton
is
more
for
damage,
you.
right?
That would, for the melee, it would help a lot if we tanked him a little further from the center then, if that's possible.
I think that's something that could definitely
Like
be
out
cleaned up
towards
quite a bit.
the
Yeah,
outer ring
'cause
here.
they overlap where he is being tanked. So you actually have to run out to avoid them. Like, so that there's gaps between them.
Yeah, my point is just that it's completely avoidable, so it's like,
You
I
guys
mean,
can tank this
if it's
stuff.
avoidable,
But
we
that
could
said,
do
in
that.
Heroic, it seemed to do pretty low damage.
Yeah, I just avoided it. Like it's pretty easy.
There were still a lot of people that were taking hits from it, though. That's why I asked. Like, I didn't know, like, if it was critical that you were like doing whatever.
A good mid-range like him on the like the middle ring that's in the room would probably be a good idea, especially for Mythic. I don't think it's like an extreme where it has to be like out on the outer wall entirely.
So next time we do this, we'll do them farther out on the edge of the ring instead of pulling them across this. Like, I think part of it too was when the ad's spawning like 40 yards in one direction, the tanks are going straight to it, which is cutting closer to the center, and then it just ends up staying there instead of going back out to the outer ring. So I'll make a note of that, and we'll adjust for that next time.
Yeah, I just think that a stop on DPS whenever those come out, just purely to dodge, will be really helpful, especially on Mythics. I imagine it'll hit a lot harder and be less forgiving.
You'd probably want to group up these ads just because the other ad makes a big ooze as well
big
behind him. So like if you had it all grouped up, then it would be easier.
I recall getting eaten last night.
If you stand in front of him.
Did you get the
Which one's the
IDs
front of
there,
him?
Henry, and healer chat?
The what?
The spell IDs, are there in
Oh.
Bella linked them in healer chat for you?
Oh, yeah, I'll grab them. Yeah, I'll work on that this week. Thank you, Bella.
There's if you still have the link for the that Google Doc that I set up, I'm still using it. I'm still adding links and more information. Obviously, it's going to kind of be adjusting here and there. But if you still have that link, Henry, for the Google Doc on the TLDR summary page, if you look at there's one that's called, there's a link called Healer Guides. After Raid tonight or tomorrow, you might want to go through there. It's a pretty decent walkthrough of the bosses from the healing perspective, and it gives the names of the various spells that you might have to add to your UI to track, such as the time lapse debuff, the time bomb debuff, anything that would might not normally be configured for your UI. They have them all listed in there under the healer guides for each boss.
All right, yeah, I'll check it out.
Did we ever find out what that mysterious chest thing was for? The mysterious cube?
It's
You open it.
It's a toy, right?
No, it's a well, it's a quest right now.
I know Wim's got one last night. So
Yeah,
he
I
would
just
know.
got one.
Nox still dealing with loot for a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a quest. Who has really, really good movement speed and can get around the room really quickly that wants a job? I need 4 people.
We used to dedicate those to hunters.
Yeah, because we have all those hunters, you know.
But we do got 3 mages, though.
That's true. And are our rogues using that chain grip thing too?
Mages, rogues, monks.
Mages, warriors can too, but I think I have a job.
I don't know. This sounds like a job for Han.
So I'm
For the
gonna
non-movement DK.
Yeah, we're gonna make it's gonna be as Kindera and Diablo. You 3 will be responsible for the thing that you have to move around really fast with.
It's a good plan, dude. I'm excited to be a part of it.
No, so the reason I'm asking is we're actually going to dedicate people to getting the succulent feasts, so that it's not a free for all, and you'll have a specific role to play. And we're going to do Asterin and the 3 mages.
Okay, so what do we have to do?
I'll get to it. So everyone who remembers this fight, this is the cake fight, right? That has all the different phases and the little robots and goop all over the ground and whatnot. So we are going to be heroing on the pole. That's going to be fun. Dandy, you guys can parse really high there. The tanks, our 2 tanks are going to stay kind of stacked up on each other because there's that split damage mechanic. So you 2 stay stacked up. No one else ever stack with the tank, or you will get a debuff and you will probably end up dying from it. We're going to be kiting the boss slowly around the outside of the room so that when he drops his little puddles of crap that we don't want to stand in, it's nicely positioned around the outside of the room. In addition to that, what we didn't do in normal was all of the ranged and healers are also going to favor the sides of the room, not the center. When he tosses out his little random puddles of goo, it's going to preference at a player location. Not always, but it's going to preference that. And we want to get those puddles of goo to the sides of the room as much as possible. So don't stack up into the center. Leave the center clear. Try to stay towards the outside edges. It doesn't really specifically matter what side, just stay towards the outside edges. So phase 1 is the cleaner phase. We're kind of sketchy right now on actually assigning people to eat the cakes. In heroic, you actually get a debuff that prevents you from eating a second cake. On normal, 1 person could pick up multiples. So on this, I'm just going to loosely say, I know I have it listed as group 2 and group 3 right now. I'm going to loosely say ranged and healers, pick up a cake if you see one. I don't know how many we're going to
You need
get.
at least 1 or 2 healers to not pick up cakes.
It'll
wipe if
not
we
picking up cake.
I won't pick one up either.
We should be roughly getting around 3 to 6 cakes, I think. It adjusts based on how many people you have in the raid, so we'll kind of see. And I believe it's going to come out in 2 waves. So he's going to toss a set of cakes out, and then a little bit later he's going to toss another set of cakes out.
During the phase where he moves and he puts down the purple puddles, is everyone stacked moving around the room, or is it like ranged somewhere and melee somewhere?
Melee are going to be staying with the boss. The boss is going to be kited along the outside edges of the room, and the ranged and healers are going to preference to the edges of the room, like I just explained 2 minutes ago. We are going to keep the center clear so that we do not get puddles in the center. We're going to need the center for that phase where he splits the room and spins around. So yeah, healers and range try to get the cakes. If it looks like one's not getting picked up, or if any drop near melee, go ahead and pick up a cake if they're close to you. But don't peel off the boss because you're going to be gone a long time, and we want your DPS on the boss. The sterilizing debuff that's going to go out on random players, it's going to pulse for, I think, an 8 to 10 yard radius around you. do not stack up on people when you have that, because it will do damage to them. But if the cleaners are out, especially ranged that have it, kind of follow one of the cleaners, because what it's going to do is it's going to reduce their energy. They will not blow up until they hit either a cake or they reach 100 energy. So if you can kind of DPS on the move and kind of keep creeping up on a cleaner and let your AoE tick on it a couple of times, and then, after a couple of casts or whatever you're doing, move up to it again, it will just prolong how long the cleaner is going to be up cleaning those goo puddles for us. I don't want you to spend your whole time chasing the cleaner and not DPSing. So you stand on it, couple of ticks, do your thing. Once it moves off a little ways, maybe go hit it again. Don't focus on it, but do still try to do it. Again, at 100 energy, the little cleaner guys are going to turn into a bomb and explode. And remember, the way that we mitigate that explosion is we have somebody right-click on them and interact with them. They jump on them, they take damage, but they don't blow up on the whole raid. The 4 people that are assigned for Succulent Feast, it's going to be your primary job when you have the Succulent Feast buff to go jump on those cleaners when they're about to explode. So kind of position yourselves on the 4 corners of the room ish once you have those buffs from the Succulent Feast, and just watch for those cleaners. That's your job to take care of those. If it looks like one's not going to get reached in time, or if you see one and you're like, I'm not going to be able to get there in time, no one else is running to it, call it out. Somebody who has a good defensive, a paladin, I think Crypt, you can even disperse it. Anybody that has a heavy CD, go ahead and jump on that bomb using your CD, and we'll take care of it that way. If we miss that, it's going to be raid-wide damage.
Can we click on it, then ice block to mitigate the damage, or
it does not prevent you from casting any spells. All it does is knock you up into the air. So yes, I believe you can ice block after you click it. I just don't know when the damage hits.
Okay.
There's 2 damage pieces to it. There's the blow up that he's going to do that knocks you into the air, and then there's the falling damage.
Okay.
But mages, you guys are going to be having the Succulent Feast debuff, and that puts a huge shield on you, so you don't need to worry about CDs.
Okay.
It's that the Succulent Feast gives you a humongous absorb shield, so that's why we're assigning people to it, and that's why you're going after those cleaners.
So you have to get the cake and then the bomb thing, right?
The Succulent Feast, not the cake, the Succulent Feast. And that comes in phase 3. Phase 3 only lasts for 12 seconds. He's going to toss out the Succulent Feasts. The other portions of phase 2, his Maniac phase, is going to last about 40 seconds. That's where he's going to... That's where he's going to jump to the center eventually and do the beam out his butt and then beam out in front, and he's going to spin around. On Heroic, he can change direction, so be very vigilant of that. If you get clipped by the beam on Heroic, it will one-shot you. So just do not get clipped by the beam. That's why we want to make sure that there's no puddles in the middle of the room as much as we can. So phase 1, we're going to stay to the outsides, and then phase 2, when he jumps to the center, we'll have all that room in the middle there to kind of get through it. Arcane bonds, if 2 players have the arcane bonds, obviously just stand together. Remember, that's a tether, like Renferals, where you do you take increased damage the farther you are apart. So just follow each other around. If it's melee and ranged, obviously the range is going to have to go up and stand with the melee for that. That's really it. Healing CDs, I didn't really list them out. I'm going to go ahead and list them. During phase 2, before he jumps to the center of the room, he's going to do a pulsing AoE on the entire raid. I want to use a couple CDs there, and then save a couple of other healer CDs for like the oh shit moments.
Annie, I'm pretty sure you and I will get bonded like every single time.
So we're just going to have
Renfro.
We're just going to have Inri, Rev, and Max during that phase 2 when he's doing the pulsing. You can do them in order if you want. Just kind of eyeball it, pop your trank, whatever we need to until he jumps to the center. He stops doing the AoE once he jumps, so it's a very short duration that he's going to be doing that. If we need a 4th cooldown, I'll call for another one.
What is that we're seeding? What's it called? Like, what do I just need to look for?
In phase 2, he's going to start shooting white bolts of light at people. I don't remember what the ability is called, but it's just everyone's going to get a white bolt of light shot at them.
Gotcha. You said me, Fel, and Rev, right?
You, Rev, and Max.
Oh, okay. Me or Max should go first. Maybe Max, I guess.
I have you listed first, you, Rev, and then Max, but
Depending on how long the fight's gonna take us, if I can get mine off first, that'd be great, because then I'll have it a second time for sure.
We were saving 3 other healer cooldowns for just in case too. So
We'll do this. I'll pop mine first since mine's gonna be spread out, and then hopefully people will kind of like get together because it's like Spirit Link, right? So, or no, you're
Yeah.
doing. Okay, so we'll have you do second, Max. It'll only be like 10 seconds off, and then Rev to cap everybody at the end. Makes the most sense. There's no reason to have a flat heal in the middle. Does that work for everybody?
Sure, I'm good with anything.
Oh.
Alright, let's pull it. Let's see it.
remember, phase 1, you're going to stay towards the outside circle. Don't stack up in the middle.
5.
Melee communicate to the tanks if you need them to move a little bit faster because too much puddles.
I hit the wrong button.
Wait.
Oh.
It's
Yep.
50 DKP minus.
Yep.
You're gonna have to set out some trades, some prolonged powers.
Are we waiting here? Wait for the pre-pot?
3, 2, 1.
Are we not? Can we not? We're not pulling you. No? Guess we're
the
pulling.
fuck?
Okay, cool.
Hero. Clear the center. Clear the center. Clear the center.
Have a bite, master. I know it's your favorite.
I owe everyone a pre-pot now.
There's some cakes out. Pick them up, guys. There's 1 in the back.
Take it.
2 on the left. 2 more on the left. 1 more in the back. Come on, guys. Pick up the cakes.
There's one behind the moon.
Have a bite, master. I know
4,
it's your favorite.
3, 2, 1.
There's more cakes.
Stop squirming! Makes it hard to stab you.
You can't pick up multiple, right?
Not on heroic.
You want to grab that H nasty or?
4, 3, 2, 1. Destruction.
This is the CDs.
Still, master, for incineration.
Then beams.
I was following you.
4,
No. You jumped ahead of me.
2, 1.
Well struck, sir.
Let's
Right
wipe.
in my pain cluster.
Stand in
Yeah,
purple.
stand in purple.
Stand in purple.
Also, since we're walking around
4,
the room
Beware.
for
1.
to help me and Annie, try not to be behind us.
So which direction are your tanks going to go? Are you going to be kiting on the left or are you going to be kiting right?
So I like to go clockwise, but when they pulled it, everybody was on the...
That's fine. So you're going to go clockwise, ranged. Let's try to preference to the left side of the room and follow them instead of being in front of them. We need to be a lot quicker on those cakes. It looked like there were 6 cakes each time. Did we not have enough people to get cakes? How many range do we have?
No,
in the
it's
group?
people literally weren't looking around and not grabbing them. There were people
So-
next to the cakes, people just weren't picking them up. You guys have to pay attention. I'm not talking about anybody specific, I'm just saying, like, you guys have to look around.
Estrine, you're going the wrong way.
So cakes that are dropped in the melee area, like to the left, to the right of the boss, in the center of the room, those cakes, melee just pick those ones up. Range, you're responsible for all the ones that are farther out. And yeah, when cakes go out, go get a cake.
Can I just ask one thing? If we ever do a pull like that and people have potted, can we just make it a rule that we'll wait 1 minute for their pot to reset?
Weren't you the
Because
one
that
who
was really
pulled?
confusing.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I know, but that's because we had a new timer, and then I got to pot, and then I potted, and I pulled, and I was like, "What?"
The real question is why did you pull? I mean,
The question is, why did I hit my pull button twice
I understand
like a retard?
I understand your concern about the pot, but why did you attack the boss when the tank hadn't even engaged it yet? That's the bigger problem. So just don't do that. And yes, we will. If we screw up a pull timer, we will wait for pots. H Nasty, you have 30 seconds to return to your keyboard.
and he was res.
He was AFK the whole fight.
Can you do damage at all?
Yeah, I would just probably internet issues or something.
All right, get your food, flask, buffs, anything you need. Let's do this.
Do we have to wait for it to flag him out or something out?
Well,
And you need to replace him.
yeah,
with cake.
replace him.
All right, who's a good alternative? Chicken, are you can bounce around a lot, can't you?
Just give it to me, Pet.
Bella said she would be grabbing them now as well.
Going to remind everyone again, as I reminded everyone in the beginning, these are heroic bosses. These are new poles. These are new mechanics. Please, down a notch. Okay? Yet to have anything other than my retarded pull timer to get upset over. Okay?
I'm triggered.
So remember, the tanks are going to be going clockwise, so range, we're going to be starting on the left-hand side of the room. Obviously, some of us will have to run to the right-hand side to get cakes if they're over there, but there really shouldn't be a whole lot over there. So ready to check and do the poll? Remember, hero on poll.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You're tracking mud everywhere! Have a bite, master. I
Cakes
know
are
it's
out.
your favorite.
Please don't innervate me unless I call for it.
I have them.
Okay. Next cake wave is about to go out. Phase shift is in 5 seconds.
Guys who are behind us, please move.
4, 3, 2.
Like
Cakes are
directly
out.
behind you, or?
Cakes are out, guys. Go. No one's moving. Get the cakes.
Come on.
Healer CDs. He's going to jump to the center soon.
Four, three.
3 more cakes. Go get him, guys. He's in the center now.
Holy.
I told you it one-shots you.
Does
I
not
got
always
knocked.
turn the same way.
They get nuts.
4,
Get knocked up.
Oh, wow.
Alright, 2
Why
tanks
did
are
it?
down.
Oh, you might have gotten somebody else.
She got clipped. No, she rezzed and got clipped by it. Let's swipe and do it again. I will mass res.
4, 3.
Bring him towards the door. I can.
Can he reset?
I think so. I was ported it out.
Without making such a mess.
Were you able to actually pick up 2? It's supposed to give you a stuffed debuff that reduces your movement speed and prevents you from picking up another one.
Yeah,
No,
it's for a minute.
You can only pick up 1 per minute.
Yeah, you get it stuffed. Reduces movement speed by 25%.
When you called for the CDs, it didn't really seem like we needed it. Was that the phase that you were talking about?
Yes, he starts doing a pulsing damage there.
Satisfactory service.
Yeah, I had my totem down that way. Everybody was like, took a little bit and then they get topped off.
Am I on the wrong side of the room? I don't want to mass res everybody where he spawns.
No, you're fine.
And
It's
yeah,
okay.
Pet, I think I can reset as long as they don't taunt off me again. Yeah. We were just talking about that right there.
Yeah, I think that's what Echo's tried to do there.
Okay, so cleansing. This is where the mechanic gets tricksy. So cleansing rage uses arcane missiles to decimate any food that has been left on the floor, or any of the cakes that were missed. Each one destroyed inflicts 1.7 million damage to the raid. That's at the end of phase 1.
And that's why it's absolutely vital that we go soak it.
Can we do maybe range stand on the inner circle and then melee stand on the outside of the room and then just follow the boss around as the puddles spawn?
Puddles weren't the problem.
I'm just
Puddles were fine.
saying.
Puddles were fine. So they preference players, but they are not guaranteed on players. They preference us, though. That's why we want to try to bait them to the outside. They will get randomly placed, though. One got randomly placed in the center.
Also, if you're ranged, healers sometimes it'll take a bit for them to move, but melee and range can get bonded, so pay attention to that too.
Yes, it's 1 melee to 1 ranged or healer.
Is it separate?
What do you mean separate?
Never mind. I was talking about chat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're tracking mud everywhere!
Cakes will be thrown out shortly. Get ready.
Bite, master. I know it's your favorite.
Next set of cakes will be shortly. If you do not have a debuff and you're a DPS, make sure you go get one.
Bite, master. I know
4,
it's your
3, 2,
Phase shift.
3 in the back.
Stop squirming! Makes it hard to stab you.
We gotta move up, chicken.
4, 3, 2, 1. Destruction!
Dodge, dodge, dodge. Oh, just wait,
It
Max.
spawned.
Yeah, we'll get you up after this. Wait, I don't want it. Go ahead and change directions.
3 healers.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well struck, sir.
Get Enri and Max up.
We can only get one of us up.
Only one. Get Enri up.
You look famished, master. Please have
4.
some refreshment.
So this is succulent
Beware.
feasts. People assigned to succulent feast should be getting their succulent feasts. If you have the sanitized debuff in your range, kind of follow a scrubber around. When a cake spawns, we need to pick them up.
Beware. Have a bite, master. I
Cakes
know
are
it's
coming
your
out. Get ready.
About die.
Got it.
4, 3,
Cakes are
2,
out, and
1.
phase shift is incoming. There's a scrubber blowing up in the back.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
He's gonna jump to the center.
Destruction!
There's still 2 cakes in the back. Should those be grabbed?
Yes.
Somebody grab those on the way by.
Reversing.
Thank you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well struck, sir. Right in my pain cluster.
Succulent feast.
You look famished, master. Please have
4,
some refreshment.
3, 2,
Beware.
1.
For the mess, master.
I can't get it as well. Icy can't.
Filthy.
Beware.
Guys, I'm moving through.
Crumbs on my floor. Die!
Cakes. Get them before the robots do. In the back.
Tank down.
Not close by the door.
Full tank down.
Wipe up quick.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I know it's your
Don't let it attack it. Let it come out.
The people that are getting the succulent feast cannot get it. I cannot get cakes right before that one because that's why we're unable to get them that time.
Yes, don't. If you 4, don't worry about the cakes.
At all, or just at that time?
So it's going to be Succulent Feast is phase 3, and then he's going to go back into phase 1 and start throwing more cakes. So you're going to be... I want you guys focusing on getting to those robots and getting those robots stopped from blowing up.
Okay.
We have more than enough other people that can be picking up cakes. It's looking like there's 6 cakes each time, right? So 12 per phase.
Mm-hmm. And
we have 27 people in the raid, so more than enough people to get 12 cakes in phase 1. Azus is correct. When he jumps to the middle, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty paying attention to everything and watching timers and trying to help call things out and heal. So I'm a little bit behind on the timers and watching them. If you have DBM or a boss mod, it is tracking Annihilation. Annihilation is when he jumps to the center. The second that's about to go off, you need to pre-plan your position so you don't get clipped.
I'll call it.
We lost 4 or 5 people to that, and it is a one-shot. There's nothing we can do to save you. So whatever you have to do to get pre-positioned, ignore everything else and just don't get hit by that.
It's not a very long phase, so it's even if you have to do footwork over DPS, I'd rather you stay alive.
It's always going to be like the front and the back out of him, right?
Yes.
When he does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can Echoes, can you just say something like really loud when he does it the first time just for this pull, but can you always do it for the when he switches?
When he switches direction? Yes, please.
But the switch for every single pull, but I just need to hear it like just one time and then I'll be good for the first one.
Yeah, it's random. Sometimes he doesn't even switch at all.
Okay. Yeah, that threw me off. I was like, wait, what?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're tracking mud everywhere!
Cakes are about to go out.
Have a bite, master. I know it's your favorite.
That's 6 cakes.
Cakes in the back.
Got it.
Next set of cakes in 10 seconds or so.
I want cake.
If you have a cake debuff, don't bother going for it. If you do not have cake debuff, go for it.
Master, I know it's your
4, 3.
That's more than 6.
1.
Shit.
Some in the back.
Good to see you, master.
There's some cakes in the back, guys.
Oh, you're gonna have to run to me. I don't have speed.
Annihilation 3.
2.
He's gonna jump to the center.
Oh, there's still a cake up. Oh, no, we're good.
Get a battle res on Henry, but don't take it until this is over.
Yeah. Who is tethered to me?
There.
4,
Switch direction.
3, 2, 1.
Well struck, sir.
Good job, good job, good job. Get back to the sides.
Someone's gonna have to take second life feast for IC.
4,
Alright.
I took a kick again that I don't want to.
Some ranged, pick it up.
I shall tell you. How dare you track
Or someone with good mobility.
Beware.
Have a bite, master.
Cakes are out.
I know it's your favorite.
So the scrubber got a cake. Phase shift in 5 seconds.
4,
I got
Cakes
it.
are out.
2, 1.
Still 2 cakes up.
Annihilation in 4
Annihilation.
seconds.
1.
Pop.
Destruction.
Hold still, master, for incineration.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure what I've done.
Alright, back to the
but
sides.
I'm positive I deserve this beating. You look famished, master.
Max, do you have Ankh?
Some refreshment.
4, 3,
Second
You want
life
him up?
feast, pick him up. Yeah, get Max up,
One.
please.
I shall tidy up.
4 seconds.
How dare you track blood across my floor?
Take it.
If you have the second life feast buff, you are responsible for stopping scrubbers from blowing up.
know it's your favorite.
I got this cake. Remember, if you have sanitize in your range, pick a scrubber, kind of follow them around. This one's about to explode by me. I'm going to take it.
Cakes
Thank
going
you.
up.
4,
Take it.
2, 1.
2 cakes in melee.
3.
I can't get that cake.
There's 3 in range.
Just one more at range.
4, 3,
It's gonna hop
2,
soon.
1. Destruction.
Hop.
Hold still, master, for incineration.
Right.
How long on our next battle, guys?
4,
2 minutes.
3,
Left.
2, 1.
Pain is an effective teacher.
Back to the edges.
And I endeavor to learn your lesson, master.
Just keep it up, guys.
You look famished, master. Please have some
4,
refreshment.
3,
Beware.
1.
Master.
Succulent cakes are out.
Please die without making such a mess.
Cakes are being thrown very soon.
Bite, master. I know it's your favorite.
They're all over the room. Pick up all the cake. Gotta get to them before the scrubbers do. Next cakes are going out.
Have a bite,
4,
master.
3,
I know
2,
it's
take
I
it.
have him.
1.
1 more by melee.
Did we get all the cakes?
One
Yeah.
back cake.
I'm on my way to it.
I'm hemming.
There's another one to the left.
Yeah, there's still another one.
Behind
He's
us.
gonna jump.
I'll go get it.
1.
Heal Nenny.
Don't take the kick there. It's, yeah,
That's fine.
Damn it.
it's going faster.
Right.
Stand your direction.
4, 3,
Left.
2, 1.
Pain is an effective teacher, and I endeavor
Okay, the
to
cake's
learn
still
your
there.
lesson, Master.
Pick up the cake. Feasts are going out.
Master, please have
4.
some refreshment.
Someone get that cake.
Let's get him.
For the mess, Master. I shall Can you please
Okay, Scrubber got it.
Kill the
Finish the boss.
Beware.
have a bite, Master? I know
We
it's
did
your
it.
favorite.
Nice.
What a fun fight! I cannot wait for Mythic.
Well, that is super fun, actually.
More heavily
Mythic, there's
defended
2
than
of them.
lower levels.
This boss does drop tier too. It's
just
the
the
back.
back.
I'll suck it if you have a legendary pack.
Good old artifact power.
Greed is off spec, correct?
Yes.
I meant to pass on the head of blast. Not minor green.
Congrats on those life.
Croesus is a man I want to see tonight.
Just waiting on another healer. Hold on. I see 1, 2.
I'm here.
All right, we're going. I think they'll just do it unintentionally.
What? No.
I'm sorry if people are trying. If you're trying to message me, or whisper me, or talk to me in a chat channel, and I'm missing it, just poke me a couple of times. Sorry. Got a lot of people trying to talk to me.
Just got pooped on.
I'm sorry. That might have been me too. I have the runs. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been.
I mean, it's like Bell heals me and then says, "Oh, I'm gonna stop and let him die,"
It's because you have gap.
and then he's like, "I'm gonna res him so this way he's gonna hire a repair bill, and then I'm gonna let him die again."
For those requesting the logs, I did just now link them in the Ronin chat channel. You can also find them at any point in time that I'm in the raid. I will be logging to the website now, so you can just look up Eternal Kingdom and then go to the live logs that are listed there. Also, while we're transitioning and I got a couple of minutes to talk, I'm going to talk about loot for a minute. I know everybody is more interested in the loot than they are actually being in the raid, but please understand mistakes happen. So do not get pissed off, flame up, anything like that if you don't get the piece of loot that you think you deserve. If it is a valid complaint, i.e. we accidentally gave the one person 8 pieces of loot tonight, then definitely bring that to our attention. But if it's nothing like that, just understand this is our first night in Heroic. In 2 weeks, you're going to have all your Heroic garbage that you need and your normal garbage, so just try not to make loot an issue. I understand everybody wants their pieces, their tier pieces, their trinkets. And we need everybody to have those for Mythic, but mistakes do happen. I am not saying that a mistake has happened, I'm just mentioning that now since we did get 3 bosses down.
It's also only the first week. We're going to spend a lot of time here.
The
Dude,
next 4 months.
You have literally
We
months
got
to get
so much
here.
Mythic to do.
So how long did it take O Team to get 3 bosses?
2.5 hours.
How long did it take us to get 3 bosses?
1.5
Hour and a half.
Alright then. Good job.
Hey, let's get this 4th boss down in 2.5.
Okay.
So we...
Hancock, you know, he said good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
We are doing very, very well. You guys are performing very well. I'm a little bit impressed. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure how difficult these bosses actually were. You can look up multiple YouTube streams and Twitch streams, and you can see every degree of fail to perfect execution. It depends a lot on the teams and on the raid groups, and we are mostly a new raid group. There's a lot of new people in this team. Our new trials that came over, I think we have, when I last counted, 10 new people as of last week. So, I mean, that's quite an accomplishment to get done what we've gotten done in the last 2 weeks with a bunch of new people. Let's keep it up. I think we'll do very well in Mythic. Except for when the ads do that.
Except for Mythic Trash.
If anybody
the
has
battle
a
mage.
repair, man.
Warp caster.
We got a battle mage? Oh hell yeah, I'm pulling more.
I want to pop so bad, but I don't want to waste it.
Oh, there it is.
Let's go ahead. Just don't re-engage, guys. Don't re-engage. Let them reset. I'll mass res when everyone's dead and out of combat.
It's a massive waste of time drinking schnapps.
Unless you like schnapps.
Oh, come back here, repairman. Excellent. Thank you, D-Hall.
Well,
that's an embarrassingly large number.
What's our next boss?
The next boss we will be doing is Gul'dan.
Oh, sweet. I didn't realize we downed the other bosses.
We're just gonna skip them. Just go straight to the end, right? We're gonna be doing Aluriel next.
The
we
pattern I
start-
just got gave me 880 health from engineering.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you know if those are BOP or BOE?
You have to have level 1 engineering, but I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up again.
Yeah, you can trade them. You
Yeah,
just have to have
I'm
level
pretty
1
sure.
engineering.
Yeah.
Those are probably going to sell for a pretty penny then.
They're selling for like 50, 60k.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
I'm
not
about to
bad.
make like 3 or 4 then.
Brett's bottle.
Thank you once again, Bella.
You're welcome.
Making me run this over and over again is not going to make me any faster.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's like PT, man.
I don't know how we managed to pull one ad from that middle pack. That's impressive.
Inri, is it this boss that we're about to do, or did you say botanist was the one that your frames are going to kill you on?
Botanist. I mean, honestly, it's. We can have that discussion later.
All right.
Can someone put a summon thingy down for me? Also, since we were just talking about loot, just want to clarify, we have currently 6 people on council, so that way we have. We as officers do not vote for ourselves. We also will be exporting everything to the Google Doc. Use the notes. Use the 2-piece, 4-piece button as well.
Don't run out there.
Someone
Hey.
summon, please.
What was that?
Bottle, we
I
need to
need
summon
someone to
Noct.
click. They put the port down but didn't click. Thank you.
That's all right.
Everybody here?
Boss is coming. Make sure you're out of the way.
Aggro range is like 5 feet, just so you know.
Oh, that's nice.
Can we get it out of the barrier?
What fun would that be?
We get to kill it?
You're asking. That's a complicated question. I can't answer that.
I was literally back there chilling with the NPCs thinking that was y'all.
It is us.
I did that too.
I don't want to tell you how many times tonight
Like,
I've
what
done
are we
that.
doing though? And I'm like, oh, they left.
That's
There's
my new
like the mannequin
transmog.
challenge over there.
Transmog.
Pick up that Warcraft. Thank you.
Goodbye, Vaughn.
I'm just gonna. Like, I don't.
Uh-oh.
They've chosen you.
Someone brought friend.
Whoa.
Like, I swear to God, I see it, and then I try to move. I really do.
Avon has joined you.
I saw it, but there was nowhere
He's-
to move.
Y'all are like plate wearer, like brothers in arms.
No, we're the smart ones. We're gonna skip trash, right? I'm just gonna go get a drink real quick.
Okay, real quick. I mean, I like Khadgar, okay?
Bad guard.
He's got cookies.
I have a little like figurine of him like on top of my monitor. I have Medivh right next to him. They help me.
Give me one
Like, they
second. I'm
help
just
me
gonna
read.
go microwave some pies.
You got the Khadgar thing?
Yeah, the only one I don't have from that set is Gul'dan. I'm so pissed.
Did he say microwave some pies?
I believe he did.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
stop. Have you gotten 2 BOE cloaks? Nice cloak, yeah.
That's tier.
What?
Oh, wait,
the-
never mind.
An 890. What?
And he just got an 895 on the trash after the Trilliax. That RNG though.
It's really working out for him today.
885, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm making my way up there. Yeah, we're we're gonna take a once you guys are out of combo, we're gonna take a break. This is about a little bit past our break time, actually.
Oh, I was just picking up loot, guys. I don't know.
Look at D-Hulk though, full on paladin mode.
I'm like.
It's the right answer.
I'm like Henry and Bells over there, like, let's not heal Nenny.
We're like role playing back here.
What are you on about? I'm the full-on paladin. I've got the original set on.
Yeah, you look pretty clownish too. Let me see, where are you?
No. Which one of you guys?
All paladins look really ridiculous, like most of them.
What are you on about?
Tier
This
one.
set
Look
looks
at you
insane.
both, like you look crazy.
Wait, when
This
you insult
set looks
Paladin,
so
get the
good.
monster away. Keep
Judgment
going.
don't matter.
This is the best transmog set in the game.
Y'all are
Beats
funny.
every class.
Yeah, but,
Okay.
but everybody uses it, so it's just overused.
Yeah,
Tier
I
one.
can agree there.
Tier 1. Tier 1. Someone do tier 1.
Look, somebody's
Yeah,
gonna do a
that's
little outfit
disgusting
change.
That's
Please.
just like disgusting.
I'll give you
Are we
5
doing a
gold.
break?
Yes.
You know what? I'll pay.
I'm just trying to get up there.
Let me just get full paladin mode here.
Come on. Tier 1. Do it.
Do your
No,
like
it's this.
Nenny, do your like blue outfit.
You gotta mount the paladin mount as well.
I don't have the rest of the pieces. When I get the rest of the pieces, I'll do it.
It's gonna be great.
You mean the
Look
charger?
at me. Yeah, the charger with the judgment set.
looks
That's like 1000% paladin.
No.
Like D-Hulk even has like a little halo. Like he's taking this really serious right now.
See which one?
Actually, my favorite set is the one that they're gonna give us when they finally decide that we can look like Nighthold people.
No, I'm
And
missing.
then,
Sorry. Go ahead.
and then second favorite would probably have to be the one from Druids of the Flame.
So Henry, I'm missing the pants. As soon as I get the pants, then I can. I'll deck out the blue dildo for you.
Good, sounds like a plan. That's what it looks like because he has this hat and it's just
So
Oh, the Cataclysm one?
when we talked about me being
ridiculous.
appropriate,
That set is insane.
Armies have fallen by my sword.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, it also doesn't reset.
Yeah, she will chase us literally to the entrance.
No, she's
Oh.
gone.
Okay.
She just wanted to kill the event.
Good choice.
probably because
I'm
that
glad.
set he's wearing.
Yeah.
Where's he at so I can chop them up?
Nobody actually saw what I did there, did they?
That's just.
You didn't.
Did I actually get away with
That's
that?
awesome.
Yeah.
that is the best thing ever.
Just don't. Nobody tell him when he comes back. Just be like, "What happened? Like, get it together, Avant."
Oh, we officially took a break already. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Are we gonna be able to get summons if we run to the other room real quick?
I'm sure we will.
Okay.
There's already a couple down here.
Hey, didn't Trulok used to be on this team?
he got absorbed by Ballastop.
Well,
Your
no,
summon, please.
I see him every now and again in guild chat while we're raiding, and I just was curious. That's all.
Why am I dead?
Ha!
I don't know, man. Why are you pulling bosses?
I didn't pull the boss. I wasn't standing here.
You're the only one dead.
What happened, Avent?
Swap blaster. Shout on me.
I don't think that's it. I think she looked at the paladins and saw your outfit, and somebody just had to go.
I was getting one shot by bosses because my slut mug was too exposed. So I
Oh,
had
that's
to
right.
switch.
You did look like that before. Yeah, yesterday you were red, I think, and you had like your ass hanging out.
Yeah. I had a
I'm
slut
sorry,
mug.
but
I had it on today as well. And then I got one shot by Trillax and I was like, these laser beams sure like exposed areas.
Nice
It
to
wasn't
get
the
us on
fact that
that.
it wasn't the fact that I was following Inri around.
I haven't got a single night shard tonight.
I think it's per boss per week, like, and it doesn't.
Damn it.
It's not separate per difficulty.
I got an extra one tonight. It is.
Oh, weird.
I am getting essences though, so that's nice.
Maybe it's guaranteed for every first kill. I don't remember if I got one every kill last night. How many are you at then, Ravioli?
13.
Oh,
Damn,
that's
son.
weird.
I need that artifact skin, man. It's killing me.
Is that what you get from it?
All the balance of power stuff eventually
Does that
ends up
finish
with
the
artifact
balance
skin.
of power thing? Has that been confirmed yet?
Here's hoping. Because they
Because
keep pushing
I
it
thought the
off.
quest we finished last night, we went and put some shield or something in that little room. Who knows though?
One of the pillars of creation.
Yeah, yeah. Or is that not the same thing?
No.
Oh.
Why do you guys keep throwing me out there?
Can I get some help on this summon here?
Got my microwaved pies.
Can I
I'm
get
ready.
summon, please?
What kind of pies are you microwaving?
That's gross.
I'm
Vegemite pies?
microwaving. No.
Like a
Wallace.
like a pot pie or like a pecan pie?
Dingoes.
No, like a beef pie, like a mince pie, like
Oh, Jesus.
Australians
chicken
are
bacon.
weird.
Okay.
You mean
Chicken
pot
bacon
pie?
and cheese. That's the one
not
that
a
I microwave.
Pot
Pot
Yeah,
pie.
No,
it
it
is.
is. It's a pot pie.
It's a pot pie.
So is
What
it
the hell is a
shaped?
pot pie?
Or if you're
Oh God.
or
Y'all are
if you're
strange.
British,
No,
it's a
you're strange.
pasty.
With your non-pot meat pies.
Okay, a pasty is a vegetable like they roll like a bread, like a circle, and then they put the vegetables in the middle, and then they close it up, and that's a pasty.
What's Vegemite?
That sounds like a veggie taco.
Isn't that
It's
something that you
something that
rub on
smells
stuff?
really awesome. Smells like toe jam.
It's what?
Vegemite is delish.
Dude,
What
that
does it
But
taste
thing
like?
I like
It's a
Bovril better.
very salty vegetable spread, from what I understand.
Why would you do that to yourself?
It's the stuff they scrape
It's
off the
not
bottom of
that
the beer
salty,
barrel or
though.
something.
It's delish.
Yeah.
It's actually really
Are
good.
you incapable of finishing that word?
Do you
Yeah,
put
could you
it
go
on
ahead
your
and
pot
stop
pies
saying delish?
or your pies?
No,
sorry.
I put aioli and tomato sauce on my pies.
What? Is that what you said?
Tomato. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
I love
I didn't even understand. I was like, huh?
Australians are like
Tomato
another
sauce.
species, man.
Yeah, you.
Great.
I was like, what kind of sauce is that? I've never heard of that.
Tomato
ketchup?
sauce.
There you
Tomato sauce. Ketchup is the wrong name for it. It's.
But
What
that's
are
what
you
you're
gonna?
talking
You're
about,
gonna.
right? Because there's tomato sauce that you get in a
Sure.
can, and
Whatever.
then okay,
Do you call
Yeah.
Wait, dude,
comes
do
out of a
Australians
squeeze
call
bottle.
ketchup tomato sauce?
What? Yes, it's tomato
That's kind of
sauce.
cool.
Because
never
it's
heard of
made
that.
out of 47 tomatoes.
Well, of course. Okay, Mr. Hines, man, we know that.
It's not tomato sauce. It's ketchup.
It's tomato sauce. It says it. It says it on the container. Tomato sauce.
What are some other good ones?
So like
No, that's tomato paste.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Well,
tomato
you don't
paste
put
is like in
tomato
a tiny
sauce
can.
You don't put tomato sauce in pasta.
Yes,
That's
you do.
just wrong. No, you put tomato paste.
I just did that earlier today.
It is kind of weird
Well,
that
you guys are
tomatoes
doing it
like have a
wrong.
million different names, though. Like
You're
depending
doing
on
it
what
wrong.
consistency it is.
America is just doing it wrong.
I feel like you're a colony of criminals, so you're doing it wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not
Yeah,
the state that I'm in. The state that I am was completely free settlers, and we
Confusion?
were mostly
State of
Dutch.
confusion.
Is that a thing in Australia?
I'm in a
Like-
state of confusion.
Like
Yeah. One half of the country is full of criminals, and the other half is all free settlers.
Is break over? Can I start this?
No, we
thing?
have to discuss Australia forever.
All right, break's over.
All right. Start the stream back. Not everybody talk at one time.
Well, serious business time now.
Yeah.
What boss are we doing next?
Aloria.
Oh, duh. Not that we're looking at her or anything. Very awkward. For some reason, I thought we had already killed her, maybe because she had already killed Avent.
I would pay to see that again.
How much would you pay?
And I dropped a 20 character.
All right, I can fix that.
Pet will be back up here in a second.
He's a dick.
This mount can fly, by the way.
Yeah, it freaked me out when I was in
It
Iron
looks
Forge
really
earlier.
cool.
Where'd you get that mount?
It's from the
quest?
end of the quest.
We all have one, see?
I'm lazy.
Check your flask as well. Can't speak.
I can't get my cheese open.
Did you say you can't get your cheese open?
Yeah, Avent probably has something to say about how it's not called cheese, it's called something else.
No, but why would you open
Milk
cheese?
curds or something.
Like, do you guys get cheese in a
Alrighty,
can?
everyone's back. Let's keep pulling trash stuff because we almost ran out of room last time we were here. So let's all.
Did he say cheese in a can?
Well, I asked about it.
Oh my god.
Is that what you guys have?
Yeah.
We do, and it's disgusting.
Watch out for the boss.
Oh, that kind of cheese in a can. Yeah, I thought you meant like a soup can or like a tin can of cheese. I was like, that'd be weird.
Alright, I'm gonna stand way back here and we'll see if I still die.
Rip.
The Death Knight died and I thought it was you.
What are we? You saying we all look the same?
Yes.
It had to take one of you.
You're all just puppets of Arthas, man.
Oh gosh.
As soon as she pets by, I'm gonna pull the next trash.
I've got Wind Rush down. You can run past.
Slaves to the Lich King, man.
Oh no.
We're free, bruh.
Yes, friend.
She changed directions.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
He never changes.
She stopped.
Oh, she did. It's kind of weird.
I think he can hear you, Ray.
She heard you. Who hit distract?
He's like 10 feet away from us. We're marking everybody. You don't hear none of that.
Oh, there's a pat. Somebody death grip it. Grab it. Grab it. Thanks.
This has always been my biggest gripe about raiding, is that I think it's so unrealistic that she would just, you know, walk in a circle as we kill all her friends over here.
Move her out.
Just bearing no mind.
Didn't I have an army 5 minutes ago?
Right? And she's just
My
like,
favorite is when you're walking around doing quests and things and they're talking to each other and you pull one of them and they continue talking to the other person.
I mean, the conversation's very important.
And they're just laughing and, you know, carrying on like their friend didn't just die over in a corner.
Just hope they never have smart NPCs that actually realize that.
Something actually, before EverQuest candidates EQ next, they were gonna do.
Other MMOs than WoW? What?
I know, right?
Pull them out. Pull them out.
I was stunned.
In front of everybody?
Oh yeah, I got shrunk.
Are you in the pool?
No, it's cold outside.
Stunned again?
Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm tiny.
Oh,
I like it.
That clap back, though.
Think that should be good for trash. God, my words suck today, including my typing.
Is my hitbox smaller now that I'm tiny?
Yes, it actually was. It shrunk down. Like your targeting circle and everything got smaller.
Did you guys miss me?
Oh yeah.
We should fight her at the door.
So I was sorry, I was just talking to somebody about something. That's why I was not covering this boss while we were finishing up trash. So this boss is exactly like it is in normal, except for things hurt more. We are going to use hero at the start of the fire ad, so that's going to be during phase 2 during the animation. When the fire ads pop up, we will pop hero and we will burn those down as quickly as we can. Tanks are going to be swapping 2 stacks of annihilation pretty much throughout the entire fight. Remember that this fight is a couple of base abilities, and then during each of the different phases, she is going to replicate, detonate, and animate those different abilities. In phase 1, it's Frost. Phase 2, it's Fire. Phase 3, it is Arcane. Marker Frost can be immune. I do not know. I know it can be immune. I don't know if that actually drops like the debuff. So if you're a paladin or a rogue or something like that and you want to test if you can actually just completely drop Marker Frost, go for it. And
Huh?
You can't drop the mark, but you can immune the, like, it'll keep on
the
building its
stacks.
stats.
Yeah. So Marker Frost, if you remember right, it's the one that goes on a couple of players. It does a pulsing AoE around them, and it's going to continually increase stacks. To decrease their stacks, they need to touch, and they're going to do blow up for a little bit of raid-wide damage. The replicate portion of that is there's going to be multiple people with the debuff. Ideally, it's not ideally. Supposedly, it's going to be around 6 people, so we're going to have 3 sets during that replicate portion. When we have the 3 sets, try not to pop them all at once. You're going to be looking for like 4, 5, and 6 stacks to pop, and all you have to do is touch one another to get that to blow up. Healers we're probably going to be using a healing cooldown during that portion, but we want to be very careful with the healing cooldowns because we're going to need them for later phases. During the Frost phase, when he detonates, The marker frost is going to drop off the players affected, and it's going to form a frost pool under your feet. Just move out of it as quickly as you can. And then the animate, he's going to animate those frost puddles into adds. The tanks are going to pick up all of the adds. We're going to tank them all on top of the boss, stun, AoE, and burn them down as quickly as possible. These adds will cast a large radius circle. When that circle is out, if you cross the boundary of the edge of the circle, it will freeze you in place. So if you're already inside of it as melee, stay inside of it. You're going to have to run against the pushback. If you're outside of it, like you're ranged or heals, do not run into the circle. It will freeze you in place. If anybody gets frozen in place, we need to make sure we're cleaving them down, or maybe directing a little bit of range damage onto them to break them out of that ice. Transition into fire phase, it's going to become Searing Brand. Searing Brand is going to mark a single target or a couple of targets, and she's going to run towards that target. This is the area where we kind of want those people to be on one side of the room and everybody else on the other side of the room. So when she charges, she doesn't hit everyone. When she replicates this, it goes from just a couple of people to like 6 or 7 people. So what we're going to do is facing the boss, wherever we're going to be fighting the boss, we're going to be taking the brands to the left-hand side, and everybody else is going to kind of stay on the right-hand side. During the detonate portion, anybody that has a brand is going to put a fire puddle under their feet. Obviously, just run out of that. And then during the animate phase, they're going to become fire adds. So when you're spread out with the Searing Brand debuff just before detonate happens and it drops the fire pools, you do not want to be within 10 yards of one another. When the fire adds spawn, if they are within 8 yards of one another, they increase each other's damage and casting speed by 100%. So we want them kind of spread out. And then once those are out, we're going to pop hero and we're going to interrupt and burn them down and just kill them all. And then we'll get back onto the boss. Phase 3 is arcane. This is the orbs that follow people around. They just kind of float. You can dodge them. The first one's just a couple of orbs replicate. There's going to be more orbs. When more orbs go out for the replication phase, we're all going to try to stack up behind the boss. When detonate happens, the orbs are going to jump into the air and they're going to land on where we're standing, little cloudy puddles under our feet. So when that starts to happen, we're going to move as a group to the left, and we're just going to keep kiting until that phase ends. When that phase ends, animate happens. Big adds will spawn. The big adds will start a cast that you cannot interrupt. When the cast gets off, it's going to wipe the raid. So we have to burn them down and kill them all before they finish the cast. That is it for all the different stuff in the phase. Let me set up the healing cooldowns real quick. I'm sorry, I should have done this sooner.
Were we going to mark a location for dropping off the frost, or just?
Frost is just kind of anywhere.
Okay.
Because when those ads spawn, when they animate, they are tauntable and they do move. So the tanks are just going to pick them up. And if you have one on you, you just run them to the tank, and we're just going to group them all up on the boss and AoE them down.
Check flasks if you need to.
And foodstuffs. Pet setting up the healing cooldowns. Well.
We'll try those. We'll just stagger the healing two per phase a little bit. Myself and Enri during the frost replication portion when they're breaking their bonds, I'll do mine first when it looks like we need it, and then you can follow up. Same with fire replicate.
Yeah, just say it when yours is over, I guess.
Yeah. So I fire animate is
3,
when Max and Bell
2,
should be watching for
1.
that.
Entire armies have fallen by my sword. What chance could you
So
possibly
everyone
have
move to the right hand
against
side of the boss.
You
Or at least
cannot
range,
hope
move over
to
here.
match my skill.
Marks of Frost, go ahead and go to the left side once they go out. We're going to do the same thing for fire.
Watch your footing.
Marks of Frost, move to the left.
Slip up.
Remember to touch around 4, 5, or 6. This is replicate. Frost, move to the left.
Replicate.
Aiming.
Consider this a lesson in
Don't let your stacks get above 6, guys. Mine's done.
You think we actually need it?
Probably not.
Oh, rip.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we do need it. Get in, ramp. Get all the ads stacked up on the boss. If you're a range, you want to move away from the boss. Stuns and AoEs. That's the frost ring, you don't want to cross it.
Classic.
If there are people frozen, range, take care of them, try to break them out. Firebrands are out, move fire to the left.
Replicate.
If you have the brand, make sure you're 10 yards apart. Detonate's about to happen.
Detonate.
When she animates, pop hero, and all DPS switch to the ads. Here it comes. You can interrupt them. Switch, 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 pop hero.
Whoa. Oh.
They're too close
I know.
together. Damage increased by 400%. We need to make sure that we're spread out a little bit more during the replicate portion of fire so that those ads aren't all close together. All master ads.
Yeah, I think it's my bad on that one.
Learning process.
Can we pull on the other side of the room? We've got more room.
Yeah,
on
is there
that
more
side.
room on that side? Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Like straight across from where we are?
Yeah.
Is that that's where we fought her yesterday, right?
No,
We fought her on the left.
Yeah.
So detonate is when the pools will drop under your feet.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
so
Watch out.
It's gonna spawn.
get to the left, guys.
I got her.
So replicate will just be more people have the debuff. Detonate is when the pools will form under your feet. So when before detonate goes out, you need to be positioned. And then animate wherever those pools are at is where the ads will spawn.
Alright, make your way to the stairs.
Frost needs to be spread out really far because it does transfer onto other people. Correct?
Alright, thank you. It was really lonely over here by myself.
I think the frostband spreads
For-
regardless.
For the fire pools, we want the fire pools greater than 10 yards apart. If the ads are within 8 yards of one another, they gain a buff.
Nice, Azazel.
Thanks, man.
Oh wait, Bond, sorry.
It's cool, bro.
So let's try to tank boss around. Is Skull going to work, or melee is going to need more room than that, aren't you? Like, think about when the frost ads are out and the big circle's out. You're going to need more room than that little cubby, right?
I think we're good. It's pretty good.
What if we kind of do it right about there, where the boss, tank the boss right about there?
We'd have to see it in the fight before we know how to adjust that.
Having the wall might actually be helpful because then it won't push us out. It will just keep us in there.
Yeah.
Which way do you want us to face her?
Doesn't matter where you're facing her. Tanker on Skull or between Skull and the back wall. Frost brand or Frost marks and Syrian brands, when they go out, take them to the left over by orange. And remember, on phase 2 fire, you don't want to stack near each other. You want to spread out. You use that whole area back there.
5, 4.
Are we gonna wait?
Are we gonna wait?
Yeah, wait.
It feels cramped here for some reason.
It really does. I think it's because we're backed up to the wall right now.
Yeah, wait till you open up.
Yeah, once
Do
we
a full
push
time
in.
when it gets closer, and we can distract it for full like 10 seconds.
Why don't we tanker there instead? Or is that basically what we just did?
That's what we just did.
We just did that on the other side.
You want Skull back in the same spot that I had the first time? Alright, we're pulling.
1.
I let you strike first.
Move her over to there.
That's the best you can do.
So raid to the right hand side behind her, and then when brands go out, take brands to the left. Or frost marks.
Let your fates be bound together.
Make sure you're popping no greater than 6. Replicate.
Replicate. Annihilate.
Res Diablo.
Detonate.
Detonate's about to happen.
Animate.
Where's another person with it?
Behold a true mistress of
Range starts scooting to the right, brands to the left.
I don't understand this fight at all. Oh, sorry.
Brands to the left. Brands to the left. Spread those brands out greater than 10 yards apart.
Don't go back into the boss.
Yeah, stay out.
We don't have to move out until detonate.
Detonate.
Which is right now. Hero? No, hold it. Shit.
Sorry about that.
Animate's coming in 6 seconds, I'm sorry. That was my fault.
It's all good.
Just get ready to switch in a second. Here we go. Remember, you can stun and interrupt.
Interrupt Pyroblast and not Fireball.
Arcane's about to go out. Just dodge the orbs.
Glory, and you make a mess of it. Annihilate.
Finish off that last ad. It's in the back.
Beware.
This is replicate orbs. Everybody kind of start migrating towards the center. Except for don't get hit by that orb. This is crowded as hell. Detonate, they're going to jump in the air. Just run when that happens.
Destruction.
Here it comes. Swirlies, stay out of swirlies. This is animate. Everybody on ads. Battle res. Do we have a battle res up? No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
We do.
My counter is really messed up. Get maxed up.
We did.
Or I did it.
I had the taunt.
Frosts, move out.
You cannot hope to match my skill.
I'm on the left. Come to me, Crypt, over here.
4, 3,
I get it.
2.
Oh, there's 2 ads in back nearly full health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should save Lust for those guys.
3, 2.
So if we don't kill them, it's an automatic wipe.
Okay, we'll change Lust to the animate of Arcane.
Another kill for me.
Do those do the orbs when they like fall the second time or whatever, do they go onto people?
Yes.
Yes, they target people.
Should we try and that's where the ads spawn, right? Like should we try
Yes.
to group them up so we can AoE them?
Yes. So I at least this. Let me master it. So at least what a lot of the other groups are doing, it was a little chaotic there. Obviously, we're kind of seeing this on Heroic for the first time. But once the replicate happens, so we know how many orbs are out. We find a common place where we can all kind of group up, and then when detonate goes out and the orbs jump up in the air and those swirlies start, we kind of start moving as a group, so they all kind of land where we were all just at. That's what a lot of the other groups are doing, and that puts all of the animated ads kind of in the same location.
And then you just
The
cleave them
problem
down.
that we had with what just happened was at Skull there was 4 arcane orbs in melee right there, and then there were like 2 or 3 here on the right hand side.
Yeah.
It's just not a lot of room to work with, and there was a lot of orbs. So maybe what we should do when replicate happens is just completely change locations, because it's going to be all in this area where we're at. Like if we go, did we kill all the ads over here on the left?
Yeah, we killed all the ads around.
So after replicate happens, if we just pull the boss over here and move the raid over here, we could handle the detonate portion over on this side. That it makes sense to me to get the raid out of the AoE of those arcane orbs. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. Any input?
Yeah, it would be better because it's not just us. Because the overlap of the debuff too for us, where I taunt and take it, is a couple seconds there, so it'll be easier to move her and have her without all of the orbs everywhere.
Has anyone tested if it's possible at all to relocate them with like death grip or pushbacks and things like that?
I don't think you can.
Okay.
I don't think you can actually target them. The ads you might be able to, but I don't think so. Max, I'm changing your CD for Frost since everybody's stacked for that.
You can't do anything to the arcane ads. Nothing works on them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, your Spirit Link.
Okay.
Where are melee supposed to go for the frost?
You're supposed to stay in it and DPS the ads. We're healing you through it.
For the debuff.
The 30-second one.
Yeah.
You move out and you just stay out. That's a DPS loss, ultimately. If you have the frost, you stay out and you partner up with someone. So, like, I don't know, find someone and partner up. And then what you want to do is you want to break them individually. Like, so you want to bump into your partner at a separate time to the other people. So, like, one pair goes first, then another pair 2 seconds afterwards, and then another pair 2 seconds after that. And that'll stop it from
That's
spreading.
not what he's asking.
No, I think that
melee should just move away from the boss so you don't spread frostbitten.
Yeah, no. But so how do I the stack thing that Ava was talking about? Do I do that?
Yes.
You'll just have to move
you're
out.
You're looking for the frostbitten debuff. Each time it pulses, it's going to add a stack to your frostbitten debuff. That between 4 and 6 is where you want to touch somebody else who is also pulsing, and it will drop those stacks for you. But melee that get marker frost, you can't stand with the melee stack, or you're going to spread frostbitten to everyone else. So you definitely have to move.
Wait, I'm
And since
confused.
we're
Which one is
having
which?
marker frost is the ability that brands the people that starts the pulse. The frostbitten is the stacking debuff that the pulse applies.
Okay.
And then melee stacking on the right, so you should still be able to DPS on the left side without spreading it to any of us.
So I
In a
should go,
perfect
like,
world, yes.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
So phase one, everyone kind of preference the right-hand side of the boss, and the ranged will be on the right-hand side over here. When Marker Frost goes out, melee with it, you can try to move to the left. If it looks like it's not working for you, just move off. It's going to be a DPS loss, but it's fine. All the ranged and healers with it will also be on the left-hand side, so if a melee needs to drop your stacks, we're all right there.
For the arcane, what I've been seeing a lot of streamers do, because I've been watching a lot, is for when detonate is being cast, they all stack onto the boss, and then as soon as the casting finishes, they all move out because it's predetermined. So as soon as detonate is finished casting, it's already decided where it's going to go.
So you don't have to move from the stack until that, like, all 5 are landing.
Yep.
Bottle, it is actually a strat to do it that way. Yes, there's 2 ways we can handle the fire ads that way, though. For us, I don't want to even try right now because it's guaranteed a wipe if you mess it up. And yes, the detonate, that's kind of what I was getting at with the arcane portion. So after replicate happens, if we move wherever it is we're going to do this and we stack, when detonate happens, that will determine where the detonation goes. So whether it's on skull that we're going to do that, or it's going to be on the right where we're going to do it, it doesn't really matter. The problem is during replicate to detonate, if those orbs are in melee, you guys are going to be taking a lot of damage.
And that's when
We'll
we move the
But
boss.
we'll move her.
we did live through it last time. So
2, 1.
I let you strike first, and that's the best you can do.
Remember,
For
we're
the
gonna hold hero.
arcane, for the arcane orbs, we'll move her up of skull, or whenever if there a bunch of them there, we'll move her because it's too much on this corner.
Frost move to the left when it goes out. Replicate. Frost targets, remember to move left.
3, 2, 1.
Annihilate! Detonate!
This is detonate. Animate's coming. Get all the ads to the boss.
For the people getting frozen, this is basically Flame Wreath. Don't leave or enter.
It does have a pushback mechanic. If you're inside of it, you have to run against it. That's why casters shouldn't be in there. Searing Brands, get them to the left. Replicate's about to happen.
Break these people up.
Eight-yard spread on the Brands. Or greater than 8 yards.
Detonate! Feel the fury of 1,000 blades!
Animate is coming in 5 seconds. Get ready. Remember, we are not heroing. Everybody on the ad. Do not DPS the boss until all the ads are dead. Arcane orbs are about to go out.
Beware.
Annihilate!
Beware.
This is replicate. Get ready to move. It's replicated. You guys might want to get out of there. Move it somewhere. When detonate starts, we're all going to stack on the boss. Stack on boss. Get ready to run out.
Feel the fury of 1,000 blades!
Animates hitting. Burn out on these ads. Hero. We have 2 in the far back too. Their cast is about
Switch
half
to the
done.
back one.
The one in the far back is almost full.
Mark of Frost, get to the sides.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Replicate!
Get those frosts to the sides.
I had to drop mine, sorry.
Team up with me, Diably.
Can I get innervate? Beef. Or chicken?
Someone is in there and they're just running. You need to get out so that we can team up. Otherwise people are going to die.
Feel the fury of 1,000 blades!
Picker.
Animate!
You guys gotta pay attention to your debuffs.
Fiery debuff's about to go out. If you get it, go left.
Behold a true mistress of the blade!
Brands to the left. Watch for him. Replicate's about to happen. All brands to the left, greater than an 8-yard spread.
You gotta go to the left.
Detonate's about to happen. Get ready to switch.
Detonate!
No, detonate and animate.
There we go.
Consider this a lesson in swordplay!
A couple of those are overlapped.
Those are,
Yeah,
that's
those
fine.
are-
Get stunned.
Get knocked up when we can.
10 seconds.
Ads, go.
Keep them stunned, the ones that are really close to each other.
None of them have the buff, so just kill them.
Yeah, it's only if they have the...
You can still stun them.
I'm being preemptive, okay.
Orbs.
And you make a mess of it! You cannot hope to match my skill!
Are we gonna worry about the animate or just burner?
Replicate's happening, mover and burn. Detonate's about to happen.
We're gonna need to kill the ads.
Destruction.
No, stay on the boss. Move.
Annihilate!
Keep moving. Stay out of the purples.
Use it personal.
Burn boss. Berserk in 8 seconds. Berserk. Nice.
Good.
Easy.
Nice.
I know it's super tempting to call things out, but please let the people who are leading call things out. That 895 there.
With the time that we have left, we should probably do a tier boss.
All the bosses left are tier except for Botanist.
Cronus isn't a tier boss.
Yeah, he drops chest.
Hmm.
Oh,
that's two.
Is he fairly straightforward on heroic?
Yes, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice.
it's just a DPS check, but I'm sure we'll do fine. Congrats, Azazel.
You can't add a note after you already selected, right?
Just whisper it to Noct if you forgot to add something. Let's head towards Bridge Boss.
So we decided that that's the new memento, right?
No, it's not. It's the same as the one from thingy.
Countermeasures.
Yeah,
No.
Countermeasure requires you to use it.
It's the same as the one from
Memento of Angerboda.
Interrupt the warp.
We need to move them. They have a shield.
Can't move him when I'm stunned, guys.
But you're a Death Knight, you can do anything.
Not when we're getting chain stunned.
I don't care for this trash.
That's not what Azazel told me.
Zazel can go blood then.
I will not. No. I think you're proving that you're a better Frost than me, so.
Somebody stun him. That place is fantastic. Thank you.
The battle mage has 10 seconds left.
Ah, are you kidding me?
I'm dead. I thought I might as well make myself useful.
Just run back, it's not very far.
What do you mean? You're at the entrance. Quick question. Is there now 2 entrances to the Nighthold? Can you go through the front door?
I don't think so. It'd be interesting. Kind of like Karazhan used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't Kara like a huge castle?
Isn't that what this is?
This is a city.
Yeah.
I thought the Nighthold is the castle in the city.
Yeah, Suramar's the city. It's the castle.
I don't know. I think Nighthold's more of a hold.
Big, pretty gay castle.
Isn't that just another name for a castle?
Yeah. Nitric hold, right?
Americans clarified.
It's not like Kamado though.
Do they even have castles in Australia?
No, we have
Do you have holds?
like
holds.
forts. We have forts.
Okay.
We don't have to pull both sides, so.
I think you had to pull both because when you teleport back, you come out right there.
Oh, ouchie.
We will find out. Or we will just Hearthstone out.
Can you taunt this off me? Thanks.
Sure.
2 seconds. Alright, got it.
It's stunnable.
It just has a stacking debuff.
Oh no, this guy that one-shots us.
I wonder if he's stunnable.
I doubt it.
I'm just gonna need a warlock to control him.
Yeah, can we
Run him off the bridge?
Enslaving. Do it.
You can run him off the bridge and into the poison water. That one-shots people. I tried.
Avoid the thingy.
No, we haven't really mentioned it, guys. There hasn't really been a mentioned policy on how we are handling BOEs. If you did get a BOE and you want to donate it to the team, just give it to myself or Noct. Noct will figure out exactly how she wants to handle the policy on BOEs from here on out. Obviously, Mythic BOEs will belong to the raid team, but she's not sure on Heroic yet.
That's fine, Bottle. You don't owe the ones that you got tonight to anybody.
Correct, you do not. If you would like to, you can donate them, but if
Can I just
you've
get a
already got them,
res so I don't have to
yeah,
release again?
I'll res you.
So how's that orb work? Does he only target range? That big guy?
I think so.
Stop shaking the screen, D-Hulk.
Sorry.
You're distracting me from these UFO files I'm watching right now. It's Destination America.
Did you get that res, Henry?
I just did, no.
Is this a BOE you are donating? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright.
While you guys are finishing up trash and Nox finishing up loot, I'll briefly talk about the boss. The boss is exactly the same as it is in normal. He just hits really hard. So we're going to use healing cooldowns for each of the 3 slams. Where he... I need to fix that. Hold on. We're going to be using a cooldown for slams 1 and 2, 4 and 5, 7 and 8.
You can definitely run off the edge of this too, on accident, unlike the astral boss, like upstairs. Just a warning to everybody. There's no invisible wall, is what I'm trying to say.
If you're gonna do that, please do it while my wings is up.
Rev,
Really appreciate it.
why are you giving this to me?
Oh, I'm whispering about it right now.
Is that something that it's broken currently, or?
Not sure right now. Apparently it's not broken. Relatives for any healers and misleaders. They're not broken for misleaders, so it should for other healers, sorry.
Sorry, I was getting those set up. Let me handle this trinket real quick.
Hold on a sec, guys. Don't do anything with anything I just did. My whole thing just got fucked up.
I was given
I
loot
see.
lesson.
Yeah, can you give me that back?
Of course. It doesn't say. I think you have to do it, don't you? Assign it yourself. Go.
Yeah, it dropped down.
Apparently there aren't any fish here.
Did you say any fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
And then I auto walked into the water.
Are we gonna be these seconds?
We're just fixing a couple loot issues real quick. Sorry.
I'm going to take it, Ray. And take it. Really minor upgrade.
Okay, sorry about that. We're just handling a couple of loot issues real quick. So we don't have much time left. This boss is exactly the same as it is on normal, just everything hurts a lot worse. So just to refresh your memory, remember he raises a hand, he does a beam that takes up 50% of the bridge, so you kind of want to stay towards the center and move right or left, depending on what side he's firing that beam down. He's going to do the launching the fire in the air. There's going to be swirls that we all need to stand in. Any that we do not stand in will spawn an ad. That ad has to be killed. He's going to slam his fist to the bridge 3 times per segment. So on the first and second slams, the tanks are going to soak that. The third one, we're going to be using healer CD for. The 6th one, we will use a healer CD for. And then the 9th one, we will use a healer CD for. Just make sure that as the raid, we're moving away from the bridge when that third slam for each section is coming down, because it does break the bridge. As we get back here to the 3rd and 4th sections of the bridge, I want to use healing CDs for when the orbs go out. The orb, if you remember, it targets one player and it's based on distance. So I want to use hyper CD and just some raw healing for the 3rd orb that goes out. By 3rd orb, I mean the orb on the 3rd platform. And then on the 4th platform, we're all going to be stuck kind of together. So we're going to use Rev and Max to try to even out that orb damage. He will kill us instantly if he slams the 4th bridge the 3rd time. So that's our enrage timer.
That's 6 minutes, I believe.
Something like that, yes.
How far into the fight, time-wise, is that third slam, you think?
If it's a 6-minute fight, probably a minute and a half.
Right.
Ish. Are you spec'd for 2-minute Trank?
No.
Are you, Bell?
Yeah, I am.
Needs tomes to switch back. It's just open trade.
So you'll
It
have.
should be back up, though. Well,
Yeah,
it'll
well,
be
I
back
mean,
up.
yours will be back up for when we're on 4th platform, so with Bell's for 4th platform. 4th platform is when the raid's going to be taking the most amount of damage, mainly from the orb. So you two can just go to free-for-all once we get to that 4th platform.
That'll be like 5 minutes or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like the survival phase. Like last night when everything started going crazy, that was when it would be free casting. Because really, you're only gonna CD once, so after that, you should be free to use it however, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might use it early if it's needed.
I'll hold Hypothesis for 4th platform too. We'll see how it goes.
So
Just
maybe like
remember.
the 6K one? Sorry.
Has a what?
Nothing.
Just remember range. So we do have to run back to soak those swirlies when he's doing the burning pitch ability, but you don't want to linger in the back of the room. A bunch of people were doing that yesterday. The person who gets the orb has to run to the back of the bridge as far as they can before it goes off. Damage is determined by distance from them. So if you run back here and you're max range from the boss because you soaked a swirly, you want to move back up, especially as we get down to just 2 chunks left of the platform. I'm not saying hug the boss, but just be mindful that you're not at max range. I think Nock's still figuring something out.
I'll take left side, like we did.
All right. Yeah.
Last night.
Yep.
Lusting its dark rate.
Yes, we are listening on Paul. I am not going to be calling out the fell beam, so
5,
pay attention, guys.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Oh, great.
Orb on ice, run to the back of the room, ice.
Didn't pop the cooldown.
Beware.
If you got one shot, you were standing in the slam circle. You need to make sure you're not standing in that guy. Except for Annie, who didn't pop the cooldown. Burning pitch, get ready to soak swirlies.
Beware.
No.
Kill any ads.
Crypt, that was just dumb.
How is there that many up and back?
Beware.
Can we get, when we reset, can we get a lock portal set up from maybe right about where my spirit, a little bit farther forward than my spirit is, to the back of the room?
4, 3, 2.
I'll mass res.
I wonder this world survived so long.
Yeah, only one person needs to soak the front ones, and it should be melee. The back ones need to be soaked at range. Like, melee aren't gonna be able to get back there.
Keep an eye out, healers, if you have some minor cooldowns to use when the ad's up. It looked like a lot of damage was going out from all the ads. That might just be because we had so many ads out.
Yeah,
which
we
we
had so
shouldn't
many that
have.
weren't soaked.
There's a lot more in Heroic.
So just like some of the other fights that we've done tonight, ad management. It's less about your DPS on the boss and more about the mechanics.
And if there's someone in a puddle already, just move along.
Just
don't let
get out,
Double
yep.
soak. Yeah. Like, we don't have the bodies to double soak.
People who have movement speed buffs, blinks, and stuff like that definitely use them. And there is a lock gate up.
Melee needs
It's
to
just
get
like
off
flowers.
5,
Leave the front
4,
ones for melee
3,
range. Focus on getting the
2,
back ones.
1.
Healers too.
Beware.
Get a staring up. Orb in 4. Whoever gets it, run to the back of the room.
Beware.
Was that the first or the second one? Sorry.
That was the first slam. Swirlies are coming out.
Beware.
Get ready.
Go soak 'em.
2 right here. Oh boy, there's a bunch.
I got him.
Beware.
It looks like we're gonna need a.
We should probably save Bell's first trank for that.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna need a CD for every slam, except especially that one. Wipe up quick. I can mass res.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Destruction. Laughable. I wonder this world survived so long.
Hey, at least Blizzard finally learned and gave them feet.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I remember Heroic Ragnaros when he broke out, and I was like, oh my god. It's not a fire puddle.
It's because he can touch bottom.
And for the ranged, especially the beam, the fell beam or whatever he does, covers exactly half this platform. So you don't need to run like all the way to the outside. You can literally move like 1 yard left, 1 yard right. You can minimize your movement a little bit and save an extra global or something like that.
They even put a sick pattern on the floor to make it easy to see where the blue is.
So, just checking. The only thing we have to avoid on the slam is those circles, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Just checking. Because I got 8 by the slam the second time, too. And I was definitely not in that time.
A lot of rate black damage goes up. They just have to coordinate the cooldown. The healer cooldown.
Hold on, guys. I need to talk to the healers for a second. That was the second slam. So the second slam is lining out up with the swirlies being out. It
Yeah,
felt
the
like we
slam
needed
comes
a
after
CD
though.
there.
We need the CD when the ads come out. So her trank can start then, but it has to. You see what I'm saying? Like it'll continue to top everybody off.
So so we're gonna do. We don't
That
need
first
a
burst of damage is when it has to go out.
Let's look at all of them over the course of the fight. We don't need a CD on the first slam. We know we need one for the second one when the ads go out. Third slam, we're going to need one as well. So
Does the third one do more damage?
it's not soaked by the tanks. So yes, I imagine that it will.
So should I use my healing tide then?
I'm trying to adjust this. Wait a second. I mean, we haven't seen the fourth slam, but I'm going to imagine that it's going to kind of line up the same. Do you remember from yesterday, Henry?
I don't. I would imagine it would though.
We're not going to do another 2 hours. I can't do another 2 hours either.
And do we want to give it one more pull, and if it doesn't work out because of the healer stuff, then we can figure that out. Because I think this might be like Ursoc Pet, where one of us has to do like a 1-3-7 type deal.
So Inri on second, Bell on third, Third is the one where we're going to be moving, and then I'm on fifth, which is the first one after the move, and we'll see if we get farther than that.
Yeah, I switched to inner piece as well, so that should help.
Good fortune to our friends.
Getting ready, check and go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Orb in 5.
Taunt.
Beware.
Too many people are getting hit by that. Get any up. Swirlies are about to come out. Bell, when the damage goes out from these, that's when you're going to start trank.
Oh, this. Okay. You had it wrong on the AA.
I did.
What we have in the back?
I'll get the next one. Ooh.
I got it.
Beware.
Just keep going a little bit. Next orb's about to go out.
Four, 3, 2.
This is slam 3.
1.
Sure, let's do some.
Oh, I popped way too soon.
It's fine. I got mine wrong. So. Yeah.
Ooh, we probably need
that
a
one-
run speed for that one too.
That one didn't look like it actually hit as hard as the other one did. So go ahead and wipe up.
Something else that might help. You can take 2 of the circles at the same time if they're close enough.
Yes, it's been mentioned multiple times, and I think some people
Yeah,
have.
they're like the flower, similar to the flowers, and the third slam that the tanks are not taking. The reason we're not taking it is because the bridge falls off there. So there's technically not really anything for anyone to soak.
The fight will be easy. We just got to get the cooldowns figured out.
Yep, and I'll do some research on that tonight. I honestly, I stopped when I was prepping this boss because I wasn't quite sure we were going to get this far, this fast. So I started this one and just kind of hurried it up and then finished it up. So I'll definitely work on this and then the further bosses. This is the last raid. That was the last pull of the night, so everyone is free to go. However, don't leave yet. There was a cloak donated to the raid. I'm going to talk to Noct real quick about how she wants to handle it. There's an 890 cloak crit mastery with a socket. So just give me a second.
Nasty.
When you do research for that, just assume that I'm going to have the short trank.
The 2-minute trank?
Yeah, because if we're running with a group of this size, it's not going to make sense for me to have germination.
Yeah.
Devo Aura with Aura Mastery would probably be amazing for that, where those swirls line up with the slam. Try to get as much of that damage as we can.
Sacrifice will also be really good.
Yeah. All right, we're just going to handle the cloak tomorrow, guys. At the start of the raid. Remember, attendance is taken at 7 o'clock. First pull is at 7 o'clock. Be here, be on time. Have all your consumables and everything you're going to need for the night. If you are not going to be here on time, let us know in AFK channels, in the Ronin Discord. Anything you need to do to just let us know that you're not going to be on time. If you are late to the instance, you will be marked late. We will be pulling either trash or this boss, depending on what respawns, at 7 o'clock.
Center stuff shouldn't respawn at least.
And 6.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, we did really good tonight. I was actually, I thought that they were going to be a little more time consuming than they have been.
4.
4 bosses. So in 2 days, we've done 14 bosses.
This is really fun, though.
And if we count last week, we did 17 bosses.
So many bosses.
Realistically, these are actually harder than last week too.
I don't know about that.
Harder in the sense that there's not a 100% over crazy time tested strat form.
True.
I can't agree there.
And I mean, technically, we had what, 4 pulls on Il'gynoth and probably like 6 actual attempts on Cenarius since we had to reset so many times.
I mean, but we had over 120 pulls before that on Il'gynoth.
Oh. Whew.
So yeah, there's that.
We don't talk about Il'gynoth.
Technically a different raid group for that though, so.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, my old guild, I think we had like 35 or 40 on Il'gynoth.
Oh, you got off easy. Lucky.
So before too many people bail out of the channel, just real quick, I'm going to put this out there because it's the reality of this week for us. We have 6 bosses left to do, and we have 3 hours left to do them in. You know Gul'dan is going to take multiple pulls. So if we really want 10 of 10 heroic, we're probably going to have to do another raid night. Obviously, it will not be required if we do, but if enough people are willing to come in another night, we can finish up heroic this week. So just keep that in mind.
You gotta tell me so I can arrange with work so I can get off early enough.
Yes, we'll talk about it kind of towards the end of raid tomorrow. Kind of see where we're at, how many bosses we have left.
What day are we looking at? Saturday or Friday?
We're not looking at a day yet. Just putting it out there that if we want to clear 10 of 10, it's either going to take extended hours tomorrow, which I don't think anybody wants to go till midnight again, or another raid night, depending on how many bosses we have left. If we can get 9 of 10 down by tomorrow night end of raid, then all we'd have left is Gul'dan. But if we can get, another 4 bosses down, then we'll be 8 of 10. We only have 2 bosses left. So the problem with Gul'dan is it's like a 10 to 12 minute fight, and if we do what we did last night where we were wiping in the 3rd phase, then every pull is going to take 20 minutes basically. So just keep that in mind. Just keep it.
I'm in. I just gotta figure something out with work though.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow as a group and kind of see what everyone's thinking. Me personally, I have every intention of getting 10 of 10 this week on heroic. If the team doesn't press forward with it, I will find something else to do. Yes.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Chicken, are you still in channel?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's unholiest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I just wanted to let you know, I know my DPS seemed sketchy the past couple days, and it's cause I changed out a piece of gear because Pawn, I'm using an add-on called Pawn that said it was a better upgrade for me, but when I went back to my original piece, my DPS got better, so I was just letting you know that hopefully it'll be better like next raids and stuff.
Pawn is really only good if you put in your own stat weights.
Which is
very
hard to do because Simcraft is not up to date for majority of classes with a lot of the sweeping changes that went through, so...
That all just got fixed with a big major push from Simcraft yesterday.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I would definitely go re-download it. I've just been simming a bunch during downtime.
Sim stuff, and then, worst comes to worst, go smack a dummy, set yourself up a 5-minute timer, and just go beat a dummy down for a good 30-40 minutes and test out different gear.
Yeah. Whenever I changed out that piece of gear that gave me an extra 1% crit and 1% haste, like my DPS started climbing. So, yeah, hopefully it should be better from now on. Sorry if it's been shitty.
Everyone's learning, man. It's a new patch, a lot of changes in through, so...
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm still a trial, and I was like, oh god, they're not gonna let me stay on this team with this DPS. I mean, shit, I was below the tank. I was like, But hopefully it should be better. I'm just letting y'all know what was going on with that.
Keep in mind, I'm 890 geared too.
Yeah.
So I've got quite a bit of gear and a long time playing. I've been playing Bear since vanilla, but also, and this is not just towards you, it's towards everyone. DPS numbers themselves are not the only thing that we look at. It's everything. It's how you are in the raid environment. It's your attendance. It's your mechanics. It's all of the factors that are needed to make up a mythic team. It's not just what you see on your Strata for your highest DPS number. I mean, for example, I mean, you can parse super high, but if you're can't DPS if you're dirt nap, like.
Yeah,
So it's definitely
I'm good
not
at
just numbers that we look at.
My DPS has been crappy because I've been trying to concentrate, I think, on mechanics. Because a lot of those beginning fights were like high movement fights, and that first fight tonight, I was lagging a lot.
From the perspective of people that are watching you, so new tier, new bosses. I already mailed them, haven't, by the way. I mailed them to you.
Oh, dang.
So new bosses, new tier, no solid strats, like Nock was saying. So yeah, we're looking at a lot more than just numbers. We're looking at mechanics, we're looking at numbers, we're looking at all of that. And it's really, really hard to gauge. Like, so you're the only boomkin in the raid, right? We cannot compare you to the Ret Paladin, right? That's not how you compare to DPS. If there was another balanced druid with similar item level, then yeah, we could compare you to. But we're not looking at you versus the Ret Paladin or you versus the crazy elemental shaman or whatever else we have in the raid. So it's important that you focus on the mechanics, especially as we learn them. And while we want everyone to do as best as they can on these fights that we're learning, obviously your parse is not going to look very good on the first kill. No one's usually does. So it's those consecutive kills that we look at. We've got the mechanics down as a group. Everyone kind of knows how to do it. Now you look for parsing. Now we start looking for those big numbers and how consistent you are in those numbers. So it's important on progression, but not as much as it is if we were looking at you mid-tier, for instance. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep striving to improve, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I know I wasn't called out a lot, which I was trying to be really well on mechanics and stuff, but hopefully, well, that'll get better over time as I get my tier piece.
And if you need help figuring out what kind of gear is good for you, it's always good to just go to Warcraft logs, and I wouldn't look at the top 100 or top 200 necessarily, because those people are generally cheesing things, but if you dig into like the 300s, 400s and see what people are itemizing for, that's pretty much what the average person is going for.
Yeah.
And for Boomkin in particular, if you do need help with like rotation or talent choices or anything on that, I do know two fairly skilled Boomkin players. They're in different guilds right now. They're a little bit more on the casual end, but they're definitely like always high 90 parsers. I can put you in contact with them if you need.
Yeah, that'd be great. Cause well, I was talking with Abbott some about my rotation and stuff, and it worked better for me whenever I did it that way. I'd like to talk to some more just to make sure that's the right way I'm supposed to be doing it. Just make sure I got it all down and stuff.
And a really useful tool. It's kind of daunting to get into, but if you know how to navigate Warcraft logs and you look at the timeline, you can actually watch somebody's rotation on an individual log and see what spell they are casting throughout the entire fight. So you can see what their opener is, what they're saving their cooldowns for, and all that. It's definitely a pretty substantial time investment to do something like that, but it is hugely beneficial if you're trying to min-max your class.
Yeah, and well, I also need to know how much astral power they let their thing get to. Do they let it get to like
For you,
fully 100 or?
for you, because you have the legendary, you want to get to 100 because that means you get 3 astral power off or 3 star surges off. If you didn't have that legendary, then you would have a different rotation. You need to look at how your items work together and try and min-max that. So a lot of people will have different gear.
Yeah, and definitely try and find people on Warcraft logs who are high parsers that have definitely the same legendaries above all else, but also if you can find people that have similar trinkets to you, it's super beneficial. Because a lot of those things will change your rotation in very slight ways. Like, I know my rotation as an LE Shaman changes drastically based on certain legendary pickups and specs.
Yeah, there's some pretty good forum posts out there, especially if you go to MMO Champ and look at the class discussions there. I know there's all kinds of stuff there.
This is the first week, like, no one's going to be doing their maximum DPS. No one's going to be doing best.
Yeah.
Like, I was dirt napping for the whole of Trilliax. I was like...
I do not like that second boss. I freaking hate it. It's like the worst boss I think in the instance.
Mm. Yeah. Boomkins are really going to suffer this expansion or this tier because all their casts are really long and things like that. So Boomkins will probably be one of the worst classes this tier.
Yeah,
which isn't
sorry.
that big of a deal because, like, I mean, you have to have a Boomkin in your raid. The raid cooldowns that it provides is just ridiculous. So, like, even though you might not be at the top, or you could be, it really depends. You're pretty much like you're needed in a raid no matter what because of your innovate and your interrupts, your instant cast interrupts and things like that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, or solar beams and stuff for the range adds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also keep in mind, like, just because the tier may not be geared towards you, like, I've been running LE Shaman since the start of this expansion. I've been resto for a few fights here and there, but majority of my rating has been LE when it was quote-unquote one of the worst specs, and I was still one of the top parsers in my old guild. It's how much time you put into it and how much research you're going to do. It's really, I mean, especially with the brand new tier with nobody really knows what they're doing at the moment, so if you're going through, if you have extra time, it's always good. Like, I personally, I work from home and I'm a crazy person, so I have already run normal mode fully through twice just to get more experience on the fights. And I've been watching streams like crazy. Like, the more effort you put in, the better odds you have of getting that DPS numbers up a little bit higher. Because it's just getting comfortable with, like, when can I get this full cast off? When do I absolutely need to move? It's that sort of familiarity with the fights that's going to benefit you more than, you know, looking at pawn strings or looking at Simcraft.
In 2 days, I've watched 7 whole heroic clears, like, of Emerald Nightmare, and that's just to see how other people do it, to get strats, to see things so that I can help people out.
Yeah, I killed Gul'dan. I was actually server 4th on Proudmoore for Gul'dan normal yesterday, so I just ran through just to see the fight because I know nobody had necessarily seen Phase 3.
Yeah. Like for the extraction button, Do you have to get a keybind for it, don't you? Or do y'all just click it? 'Cause
If you go into your interface, you can go key bindings and actually get one. It's really easy. Like just put it in.
Yeah, you can keybind it, or like honestly, I'm a lazy person and I click it because you don't really use extra action buttons that often.
Yeah.
But it's up to personal preference. Because like personally, if I keybinded it, I wouldn't even know what the heck it would be bound to. So I would just be like searching for that key all the time. It's just faster for me, like muscle memory, to just go click.
Just like Henry tonight, she wanted me to give her innervate, but I keybinded it to my kitty form, and I usually go kitty form when I need to move really quickly, and she was like, please don't give me innervate unless I ask for it. I'm just saying that to all you. I was like, oh god, that was me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no negative effect of giving her innovate too early, except for the fact that they don't have it
Nah,
at
it's
the point when they
It's
need it.
just she didn't call for it. She told me she'd call for it, and she's probably like, "Why don't you give me innervate?"
It's all good.
Yeah, we're doing really well, honestly, considering like there's a vast majority of guilds that are less progressed than we are, and some of those guilds just jumped straight into heroic and we're out progressing them. So the fact that we went and did the full normal clear is, you know, we put ourselves like quote unquote behind the ball a little bit yesterday, but it was good to see the fights and now everyone's got that little degree of familiarity.
Well, we
We're
have a
doing
third of a
amazing
new
considering.
team too. I mean,
Yeah,
a third of the
we're
roster
doing
is all new.
fantastic.
So to give you guys some insight, we were the first group in ENK to clear 1010 normal. We were not the first group in EK total to do it. As far as heroic progression goes right now, we stopped at the same point that Onslaught stopped tonight.
Yeah, we're doing amazing in terms of progression.
Oh yeah.
One of the other teams only killed 2 bosses. We killed 4. Phoenix was in normal. Sellswords just killed Bridge Boss. I'm not sure where Vanguard got to. They got 10-10 normal and 2 heroic yesterday. So I don't know where they're at right now. They still raid for another 2 hours. And then Z Team got 3 heroic bosses. So we're right there with everyone else for the most part. And we have like a third of a new team of people. So
yeah,
I think we're doing really good. It's looking good. I think we'll do well this tier. We just got to keep it together and keep improving as a group. Some of the problems we're having tonight are me because I haven't raid led in a year or more, 2 years. So it's just me getting more familiar with it again. We'll do fine now.
Also, 30 man is a lot harder than 20 man. There are so many more things you have to deal with.
It definitely is. And like V Team is actually running, even though they recruited so many people, they're running with a reduced roster. So, and it's something that Noct and I have talked about, that if I don't want to sit anyone just to get 10 heroic, but if we're going to raid an extra night, and that extra night we form up and we continue having the same problems, we might just have to cut the roster down just to get the bosses down. I don't think that'll be the case though. Most of everyone here is really everyone's doing fine.
yeah, and honestly, sometimes it just takes us to cut that roster just a little bit. It doesn't. I mean, even if you don't get go for like next couple weeks to get Gul'dan down, you will get him eventually.
Yeah, the main thing with cutting the roster this week, if we did choose to do it, it's not a personal hit on any one person. It's just it is simpler to do it with 15 than it is to do it with 26. It just flat out is.
I am so surprised that you guys didn't cut me tonight. I was like, golly, I'm playing so bad. I always want to do the best I can. I hate being benched and stuff, but I understand it's for the best of the team sometimes.
We will not bench people unless we have to. I did mention it at the beginning of the raid. You know, if so we want to kind of get Ronin back into the mindset that we are progression, oriented. We are trying to go forward every time, and of that mindset, we if one person, and no one's doing this right now, no one is in danger of this at all, but let's just say one person is just having a really bad day and they are dying to the same damn mechanic every single pull and it's wiped us 10 times already on a heroic boss, we're just going to sit that person. Like, it's easier for us to sit that person and just kill the goddamn boss than it is to try to fix whatever that one person is having a problem with. If it takes, more than a couple of pulls. So we really will not sit people unless we absolutely have to for normal and heroic. That's never what we want to do. And then obviously the mythic roster progression will only allow 20 people to go at a time period. So obviously there will be people benched there. For various reasons, one person might be better than the other at a certain mechanic or throughput or whatever. But that doesn't mean that anyone is getting cut from the team or permanently benched or anything like that. We're not going to do that. That's not how we're going to operate. Everyone, if you pass your trial with us, you will get mythic bosses down with us. Might not be the first time, but it might be the first time. Who knows? But you pass your trial, you're on the roster, you're good to go.
I had a.
When do what? I generally speaking, it's supposed to be around 2 weeks trial period. I'm kind of poking Noct to try to finalize all of our trials that have been with us since what we accomplished last week, Thursday of this week. So at the end of raid tonight, no, not tonight, but the end of raid tomorrow is going to be my personal recommendation that we should really look at at least everybody that was with us last week when we accomplished what everyone thought we were never going to do in Emerald Nightmare. At least all of those people that are still here looking at finalizing their trials. Who are you? Sorry, I don't know your voice.
Retha?
Yeah. I'll get Noct to take a look at that and talk to Unholiest to find out. I think there's been a bunch of delay in the trialing and the timelines and stuff just because of all the problems that Ronan did have, and people leaving, people staying, not knowing statuses of some people, team changing hands, so on and so forth. Just give Noct and Unholiest, myself, and the other officers. Give us at least another week to try to wrap up all the trialing process. We just got to get it. We got to get the gears working properly again. Get the process rolling the way it should.
Locate some of those squirrels and crack a few nuts while you're at it.
And that's definitely do that. No, definitely do that. I mean, it's been a while for you. You have every right to ask, like, hey, what's up with the status? I've been here for like a month and a half. Definitely keep us on our toes. And I appreciate the way you asked that you didn't just jump down somebody's throat about it. I mean, it doesn't do anybody good when that happens.
And it's definitely, honestly, from my perspective as a trial, it's nice to see that things are going slowly and it's not just like, okay, you're instantly approved. Especially when things are in flux, when it's like, you're going in, yeah, we did kill Cutting Edge and all that, but it's like people overgeared it, so you don't necessarily know how people are going to perform in progression content. So it's nice to see that it's being handled carefully.
A lot of the decisions that we're going to try to use going forward. I mean, it's not just numbers that we need to look at, right? It's personalities, it's raid environment. Do we have this one person? It's an example from something that happened to Ronan, in the past, but I'm not going to name names. But somebody they do really well for what their class does, but they are toxic to the raid environment. It's like, do you pass that person on their trial and keep them just because they do well, but nobody can tolerate them, or do you fail them because no one can tolerate them and they're creating problems in your raid environment? And these things have happened. They've happened to all raid teams. Some leaders would lean towards, well, I just look at numbers. That's all I care about. And he does really good numbers. So, we're just going to have to suck it up. And other leaders don't want that. And I can tell you, Noct does not want a toxic raid environment. She does not want those problems in this team. So that's something that's the trial process, it has to take time. We need to make sure that everyone here likes the trials, and that the trials like us just as much. It's just as important. And I don't mean like we're not best friends necessarily, but you know, it's tolerable. It's something that you enjoy doing, and it doesn't feel like work when you're done. If we jump the gun too, well, I mean, some of us are. I am, but the thing that Noct really wants to stress, and she's kind of been trying to stress it, is it's the teamwork, right? It's one of our 3 pillars for the guild, actually, that collaboration thing, and also our professional